What's happening, gang? How's everybody doing? All three of you? Logan Hall's Grill Streams is first again. Good to see you, Logan Hall. So, I forgot I set this up for 9:30 and not 10. But I didn't make breakfast this morning. I know. I'm shocked as well. I am shocked as well. We are going to get into that a little bit here in a little bit. Once we get some people filtered in, some news on the job front. But last night I had a couple bonus pork chops that had been in the freezer for a while. So I went old school comfort food, mashed potato, mushroom gravy, Brussels sprouts, applesauce. And so I took the pork chops and excuse me. What I did is I kind of did an old school, almost like a shake and bake in the convection oven. So I took some Italian breadcrumbs, some panko breadcrumbs, some Parmesan cheese, some herbs and spices, and I put that into the food processor and made a real fine breading out of that. And did a quick egg wash on the chops and a little flour and egg, and then put all the breadcrumbs into a bag, just like the old school shake and bake. Put it into a bag, shook it up, put them out on the pan. Boom! Look at that. That's pretty good. And of course, I put some curly tomatoes on there, so he will be happy with seeing the on the vine Strawberry Fields tomatoes, which are delicious. But it was an amazing meal. Very, very, very comfort food. I did make a nice breakfast yesterday. So I made the sauce actually the night before for this, but I made chilaquiles verde. And so that's like the chilaquiles rojas I made were in a red sauce. This is in a verde sauce and a green tomatilla sauce. So tomatillas, peppers, all that stuff went in there. Put your chips in. You want to get them warmed and coated, but you don't want to overcook them. You want to have a little bit of crisp left to them. So top it with an egg, some crema, some cajita cheese, and some chopped up cilantro. I can't even think this morning. It's early. The Lucha can't think. And boom, breakfast. I actually cooked a second egg for it too. Just for presentation, I just put the one egg on. So a little behind the scenes for you on what's going on with the breakfast. Sometimes you need to make the plate look better. And honestly, I probably would have preferred a round plate, but they're all in the dishwasher. So I used the oblong plate to make it because I was too lazy to pull one out and wash it. Yeah. But what are you going to do? Sometimes it happens. You run out of plates. But that was delicious. We also did our little weekly thing at church. I don't think anything else. Oh, that was the toast from the other day. And that would be the difference between the red chilaquiles, the chilaquiles rojos, versus the verde. The verdes takes a lot longer to prep, but it's delicious. It is delicious. What's going on out there in the world? The link is pinned at the top if anybody wants to join. You are more than welcome to. But yeah, that's where we're at. That's what we did with the pork chops. Oh my Lord. Those were delectable. And I haven't had Brussels sprouts in a while, so chop those up. I just seared them in the pan. Well, first so I didn't just sear them in the pan. I put some veggie stock in the pan, cooked that through, put a splash of tequila in there with them, cooked that out, and then seared them up and hit them with a little balsamic glaze. I hadn't had the Brussels sprouts in a while. Who doesn't love Brussels sprouts? And I made a little chai tea latte too, because that's delicious. And this morning I didn't make breakfast, but I made a stunning looking breakfast for you yesterday. So we did have the chilaquiles verde. Wow, so good. You know, the crema, the cojita cheese, the verde, the cilantro. I mean, it just all goes together so well. We made it a little bit spicier than I normally did. So with the tomatillas, I also used some of those serrano peppers that I had left. So it gave it a little bit of a kick. Not too hot, but not habanero hot. Did you flambe the tequila? I did that recently with a creamy chipotle sauce and grilled chicken and rice. No, I did not flambe. I have a convection top oven. It's nice, cool. Because I don't have gas over there, so I just got a nicer convection top oven to use. So I did not flambe. I guess I could have hit it with a lighter, but I just cooked it out. Cook the tequila out. You gotta oil and broil the Brussels sprouts. I've done that before as well. I just didn't have. I just felt like doing it that way. I like to soften them up with the stock. You know, you don't put a ton in, but you kind of cook it out, and it softens them up. And then I cooked out the tequila. Then I did put a little bit of butter in the pan and just kind of gave them a quick fry at the end. And hit them with a splash of balsamic. It was delicious. Delicious. Not gonna lie. Nice comfort meal on a kind of rainy, icy night. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. What's everybody wearing on the wrist today? I am wearing the Aquaterra. Oh, the bracelet on that is so killer. So nice. And that dial, boom. Such a good watch. What are you guys wearing? What's everybody wearing today? Anyone wearing a Zodiac? That was the title of today's show. I don't know how much Zodiac we're going to get into, but we can always try. You know? Did anybody take my advice and go out and buy an immersion blender? Would be a thing to do. It's a thing to have. You don't want to have one of those. It's definitely a good thing. No? Hold on, I gotta check something here real quick. All right, that's good. Cool. So Zodiac watches. Zodiac is an old watch company that kind of was run into the ground and brought back by the Fossil Group, of all people. And then have come up with some interesting things. You are spruiking that Serato again, Stuart. Stuart Hall is rocking his Citizen Serato. Don't get one; it will ruin all regular watches. It's 4.7 millimeters thick. Thin. It's thin. 4.7 millimeters thin. You should be saying. Yeah, we looked at that the last time we brought it up. That just goes to prove you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to have a quality watch. But we do it anyway because we don't want just a watch normally. We want something more. There's something inside us that makes us want more. We want more than a Citizen. We want more than a Zodiac. But why? Why do we get like that? What makes us do that? I don't know. What about the Zodiac watches? Came up with a dive watch in 1953, around the time that everybody was bringing out their dive watches, and have had success. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Answering the text here. But where's the Mega yesterday? Because the dial matched your sweater. Nice. Which you gotta see? Sometimes you guys gotta remind me. Which Omega do you have, Stuart? Sometimes I forget. There's a lot of people that come through. I know there's only 5 of you right now, but there's a lot of people that come through these streams. It's hard to remember everyone's watches sometimes. I would imagine that Logan Hall was wearing his Tudor Black Bay 58 GMT. That's my guess. I'm guessing that's what he's wearing. A great watch. Wish it was bigger. Wish they made that in the 41 with the Meta certified movement and master chronometer, and it's a little bit different case shape and width, and the 41s like the monochrome and the red bezel master chronometers. They really did that. The much maligned Constellation Manhattan Caliber 85 coaxial twin barrel. Cool. The Constellation line does not. I think it needs a little bit of a refresh. Maybe a little bit of a refresh, relaunch, get it, because they're not bad looking watches. They just, nobody loves them. There is no love for the Constellation line. It is I don't even want to say maligned. It's just much. It's almost forgotten about. Like, people don't talk about them. You know what I mean? Like nobody ever. When we're going over Omegas, we never go, oh yeah, the 8500. But this is a good looking watch. Let me pull one up here. Here's one on the eBays. Boom. You need to. It would be like their integrated sports bracelet watch, but the bracelet probably gets more maligned than anything. Is it comfy? The new Constellation Manhattan looks terrible, even to me. They've ruined it. He says. Maybe I didn't pull it. I pulled on Manhattan. Let's see what we got. Don't look that much different. It is an 8500 caliber though. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of an interesting watch. It's been in the catalog forever. I wish it just needs something. I'm not sure. You know, The artifact says, Mark, if Trump doesn't sign an executive order to slow down the rise of small-wristed rat bastards, we're going to take over the planet. Love that release from Omega yesterday. Oh, my Lord. Small. It was small. I think my current Grail Omega is the yellow gold DeVille Trezor 40 millimeter. Oozes class. All right, so we need to look at both of these. So first, we're going to go to the Instagrams. We're going to pull up the Deer Artifacts page here, because I know he had many, many pictures of the new Omega. Oh no, they're just in story form. No pictures. Let's see what we got here. Oh no, they're gone. Oh, they're gone, Batman. They're gone. All right, so we have to go over to Omega. Hold on. Let's see what we can't find here. Just the side, the profile picture. Two, and then we'll look up that DeVille as well, because I like the DeVille. The DeVille's another one, just doesn't get a lot of love or anything going. But where did my Omega tab go? I always have an Omega tab. What's up with that? Omega. There it is. This is the Milano Cortina. Whoop. Jeez, that went fast. Where? Yeah, I have more than that. I guess that would be a DeVille, right? There it is. 37 millimeters. Jeez. I mean, I don't have a listing for it yet. Just keep getting this and then it fades. Oh, discover the watch. There we go. Maybe if I hit the button, Mark. 37 millimeters. Oh, terrible. I like the lugs though. The lugs are cool. Excuse me. The Lucha is still fighting the sickness, fighting the cold, fighting the cold. So this is I mean, it looks like a classic Seamaster. I will give them that. I am waiting for the new executive order from Trump banning tiny wristed rat bastards. He's going to implement a new, you must have a wrist implant if your wrist is under 7 centimeters, or 7 inches, I mean. If you have less than a 7-inch wrist, you're going to have an implant provided so that you can wear bigger, better watches. Teddy's. I mean, he's in northern Ohio. He's almost there. He just needs to hop on the lake and sail over. He'll be in the land of the tiny wristed. I can't say that because your dad has big wrists. Your dad, I think, has bigger wrists than I do. But this was new release yesterday. This is the Milano Cortina Moonshine Gold. Absolute stunning looking watch. Really, really evokes that original Seamaster look. I mean, even to the fact that they didn't even print coaxial master chronometer on the front. They put that on the back. And even as a dress watch, still gets you 100 meters worth of water resistance. Look at that profile. That's what makes that watch. Look at that thing. The crown. Oh, there's a video. Let's play the video. Oh, my Lord. Can you imagine that watch in a proper 41 millimeter size? Oh, I would love it. They're waiting for the next Olympics. But damn, so it's an 8807. So it's a single barrel movement, 55 hours worth of power reserve. Because one thing that Omega does right is they make you get a bigger watch to get the better movement. Yes, Father Artifact has buckly wrists, but I myself, unfortunately, a member of the Rat Bastard, the tiny wristed Rat Bastard community, always trying to make my wristwatches smaller. These influencers must be stopped. I need an executive order stopping the creation of small wristwatches. Do we call these diamond indices or coffins? That's a good question. What are we describing these indices as? I mean, they do look like little coffins. There's no doubt about that. But what that? It's this case side that I love so much. And these lugs. Look at those lugs. Those lugs are freaking cool. One of the things I love about Omega is they're not afraid to do things like this. Come out with something kind of interesting, lean back into the heritage. Yeah. Boom. So that's the first of the new Winter Olympic releases that'll be coming out. But I look at that watch and I'm just like, damn, dude, 19.3. That's expensive for a teeny tiny wristwatch. Make wrists big again. Yes. But I think Esoteric said oozes class on the DeVille. This really oozes class too. It's a very classy looking watch. I wish it was bigger, but it is in fact a 37 millimeter case. It's only 45 lug to lug, so it's going to wear pretty small, only 11.4 thick. Moonshine gold, but even in moonshine gold, only 77 grams. It's a variation on the Caliber 8800. It's a no date variation, which, I mean, it just looks like an old school Seamaster, like the original Seamaster. Really, look at that dial. That just evokes old school watchmaking. This is the picture I see a lot, and I'm just like, damn, it looks good. I wish it was bigger. I wish it was bigger. I love this design, but I'll take the 40 millimeter gold Trésor under 10K pre-owned. Yes. When they start expanding this line, Mark, with new dials and designs, they will make larger cases, I'm sure. I don't know. I don't know that they will. They're probably listening to these watch YouTube influencers with their tiny wrists saying, we need smaller watches. We need smaller watches. No, we don't. We need bigger watches. Let's make watches big again. People have evolved. Well, some of us, to bigger wristed people. I don't want a small wristwatch. Let me go look up this true DeVille Trésor for Esoteric. Well, let's see. So 40 42. Which one? Was there a specific one that you said? We are the enemy. Sorry, Mark. Rat bastards. Hold on. Man, I'm fighting this gold. But doing my due diligence for the large wristed watch community, I am still going. So, oh, bottom left. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Boom. Now, this watch, again, doesn't, this is a DeVille, so obviously it's not going to say Seamaster. It's not going to have those lugs, but it's going to be 40 millimeters in yellow gold, leather strap, classic looking dress watch. And you can find these things pretty cheap on the secondary market. These DeVilles, any DeVille, you can find at a good price, pre-owned. They just do a nice, it's a beautiful watch, and it's a underappreciated watch, but Omega is thought of as Rolex. They're thought of more for their sport watches, tool watches. So the dress lines are not going to get a lot of love, But look at this movement. It's very similar to the CK859 movement that I had. This is an 8926. So when you see the second number is a 9, that normally tells you have a double barrel coaxial escapement in that watch. So it's an upgrade. So you're at the 40 millimeter, you're getting a little bit of the upgrade in the movement, and it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful movement. Obviously, the Omega presentation boxes are amazing as well. I don't think they get nearly enough credit for these boxes. These boxes are beautiful. Fucking even the hinges are great on these things. There's nothing wrong. Some of them, it really depends. It's kind of random how you get them. Some of them have the when you lift up that top piece, you take out the watch, lift up that top piece. They have the little mini, fold up case, travel case in there. And some of them don't, and some of them are high polish, high lacquer finish. Some of the newer ones are a little less on the lacquer, a little less shiny. I like them all. I don't care. I like them all. And they just really, I know it's stupid, it's a box. But if you're going to have a box, at least make it a nice box. But that's a nice watch. That is definitely a nice watch. But my favorites, I always like these Power Reserve ones. Pull one up. I always thought this was a good looking piece back in the day. Let's see, 41 millimeters, the caliber 8800, so that's going to be a single barrel movement. But I always just thought that was a good looking piece for a dress watch. If I wanted a dress watch, which I really don't, but hey, you can't have anything. Where would you put it? Collector Invest, he's learning how to restore old watches. Good for you. Good for you, Nathan. Hopefully that goes well. You find some deals out there and restore them. You build quite a watch collection in that way. But these old DeVilles, When you go, we'll just go over here to eBay real quick. There's deals on these watches. Look at it. $329, $319. Those are quartz. I know we've looked at these things before. 35. A lot of them are smaller too. A lot of 35, 37s. Here's appears to be a 41 for $1,800. It's a Japan watch, but look at the dial on that. The profile, the lugs. Boom. This one's a closed case back. Has all the cards though. What a beautiful watch. Boom. Absolute stunner. And I think you can find better deals than those if you shop around a little bit. There are always deals on those DeVilles. Some of them are cooler than other ones. If you're looking for something in a dress watch, it's a little different that not everyone's going to have. Find one of these suckers. Oh, I didn't pull that one up. Okay. And you can find them in different sizes, different movements, different ages, and there's really good prices on some of these. Here's a 38 millimeter Power DeVille Prestige. I remember this watch when it came out, thinking that was a good looking piece. It's similar to that one that I like. It's kind of a small seconds, power reserve. It was one of the first coaxials. But again, I think you can even find these cheaper than what he's showing here. Boom. Absolute stunners. Looks like he's got to deploy it. Boom. There's lots of watches out there to find. There's lots of cool stuff. Interesting stuff. You don't have to stick with just the hype pieces, I guess, is what we would be saying. Speaking of non-hype pieces, why don't we go over here? We'll spend a little bit of time on the subject. You guys know I'm not a slave to the subject line. We kind of go where the chat takes us, which is how we ended up with some Omegas. But we were going to talk a little bit about Zodiac and the Zodiac line, the Killer Watch collection. See what I did there? But so Zodiac, owned by Fossil now, but what are they doing to promote the group? I always see Nico talks about Zodiac sometimes because he's an authorized dealer for them. But he laments the way that the Fossil group treats them and some of the things they do. But it's aligned with a lot of history. Because in 1953, they came out with a dive watch. So here's your kind of your super Seawolf compression divers. Always interesting varieties. Here's your super Seawolf skin divers. These would be like what was originally put out there as their dive watch. Very old school look, very eclectic. Much like that Oris that we've talked about in the past, the new release of the Diver 65, the 65 edition. But they do very nice looking pieces. They do not get a lot of love. Cool loom. There's anything with that kind of old school look on it with the loom is always cool looking. Like, I love the lugs on these things. I love the bracelets on these things. So these bracelets have that, it's a butterfly but it's almost, I don't know what you would call it. I mean, it expands automatically on your wrist. So it's almost like spring loaded or something. It just kind of automatically extends if it needs to on either side of the clasp to keep the watch comfortable for you. I don't think they really talk about that nearly enough. Water resistant classic 3-link bracelet, stainless. No, that they really talk about it. I've always been a fan of these C-Chron chronographs. I've always been a fan of this watch. Every time I see it, it comes up in some kind of feed or something. I'm always like, well, that's a good looking piece. Why don't they get more love? Has anybody ever owned a Zodiac? Had any experience with a Zodiac? Are there any problems with Zodiacs? Any loves of Zodiacs? I mean, I got hands on with a couple. I really thought they were good looking watches. But after that, it just sort of disappeared. Nobody talks about them. You guys tell me. I will leave that up to you guys. Has anyone had a Zodiac? We know that Timmy had that rainbow skeletonized model. I don't know if he still has that or not. I haven't watched his show since he said, I don't want you. You don't have to tell me twice. But solid looking kit. My experience, my limited experience with it was good looking. There it is on the wrist. Let's check out the dimensions, Mark. It's a 42 millimeter case. Sapphire crystal, stainless steel, 20 meters, or 20 atmospheres, 200-meter water resistance, 20 millimeters between the lugs. Kind of standard stuff. Looks like a Solita SW51 510B. But a solid looking watch. They make some GMT divers. And those can get a little playful and colorful. Oh, it's kind of a Bruce Wayne looking one. Well, that sunburst dial on that. Expertly crafted GMT movements. Very cool. The Olympus is kind of their field watch. Beautiful dial, cool hands, good looking piece, applied indices, applied logo, variety of colors and or adaptations. These look like these are maybe printed. Some of those. I don't know, guys. You tell me. Anthony says, I had 3. They seem okay, but I had an index fall off one and onto the dial. I had to get another fixed under warranty. Well, some issues. Doxas. I love Doxas too. Have not seen a Zodiac anywhere in Central Florida, but Doxa has a presence. Everyone loves the Doxas. I like the simple Doxa. We're going to talk about Doxa. I'm a big fan of just the sub 200 line. These kind of simple looking dive watches. I think these are like 40 millimeters. And they come in a variety of colors and they have different names. You have the Sea Emerald, you have the Professional or the Orange. The Shark Hunter is my favorite. I don't know if it's just because I like the name, but I would change one thing on this watch. I mean, the Beats Rice bracelets are cool. But the rubber skin diver ones are really cool looking. And I would change one thing on this. I would add just a pop of color. Might make an orange minute hand and an orange bezel pip. Because you do get the orange signed crown with the Doxa logo on it. But a solid watch. That watch is around $1,000. I mean, it's a heck of a watch for $1,000. Let's look at the specs, Mark. All right, we will. So, Swiss mechanical automatic movements. I'm sure it's some sort of Solita. 28.8, 4 hertz. Only 38 hours power reserve. I mean, it's not a technical miracle. 42 by 46. So it's wide but not long. 200 meters water resistance. Screw down crown. Rubber strap, standard FKM rubber strap with pin buckle. Lug width is 19. They do make a small strap for you tiny wristed rat bastards so that you too can enjoy a Doxa. See, they're thinking of you guys. They're thinking of the people with the small wrists. But Doxa makes a heck of a watch. I know a lot of, I mean, I'm in the minority that I like that classic looking 3-hand watch. And I get that people like these limited editions. Interesting. But I guess it's the 300T is the one that most people gravitate towards. I'm not crazy about the case look, but I get that it would be a more interesting diver. I think that Sea Emerald is a new color. I remember seeing that green before. But if you like that kind of watch, those are cool. I also like the what are we doing here? I believe there is a different one. Which one was the one? I just have like a show all the watches. There was another. I remember seeing another one that I thought was good looking. I don't see. Oh, it's kind of like this shaped one. Taking us over to the Instagram. No, that's not it. That's not where we want to go. Sorry. See if we can't find it somewhere else on here. What is a sub 300 beta shark hunter? That is an ugly watch, is what that is. That is not I remember when they released that. That is not good looking. Sorry if you own one. The Clive Cussler I didn't care for. What's this sub 200T? So Pete. They make these things so hard to find shit on. What's a six? Oh, it's a 600T. Yeah, this is a watch I always thought was kind of on their line of when I looked at it, I was saying, well, that's a good looking piece. What's this one right here? Was another Shark Hunter, the sub 600T, 1590, so $1,600. You get it on a bracelet, the rubber, or a NATO. And that is going to be a 40 millimeter watch by 47.6, 14.15. So it's a chunky monkey, but it's good to 600 meters of water resistance. I just thought that was a good looking piece. I like that case design better than some of those cushiony case look ones. And that one has the 4 o'clock signed crown. But it gives it that little pop. See that orange hand and the little pop of orange on the bezel? It just kind of makes, I think that's what I like. I wish that they did the sub 200 in that one. When Lucha launches his Catholic Watch Collectors YouTube channel, it will be called Doxology. Yes, exactly. I like it. Esoteric says, I have the 600T white pearl steel bezel, great watch, but thick and somewhat heavy, which is why it gets ignored by the community. So you have the white pearl. Just going to take a peek. There it is. The white pearl. But I think they make really cool watches. But we do ignore them in general. The Doxes, we don't talk about them a lot. And Dox, is that a Phoenix brand? Is that something that came back? Is that an old brand that came back? I remember they had the Jacques Cousteau heritage back in the day. But I don't remember anything other than that. Hold on, let me let the cat in. Jeez, every show, Shadow. Shadow. Why is it every show we have to do this? Every day. You're so needy. Come on. Well, I'm going to open the door. You need to come in. Come on. I know. The cat just won't quit. Every time we start to do something, well, first when I start she wants out, then she wants in. She's very needy. Like I said, since TC and Rebel Pass, she's very, very needy. Thelonious Monk is in the chat. Maybe he says, wish Doxa would refine the bracelet on the sub 200. It needs a taper, in my opinion. Yeah, I actually prefer it on the rubber strap. I think it looks more like a skin diver. I wish, and I think you can buy separate straps. Let's take a look at this, because the sub 200 is my favorite, because it just it's a classic look. I'm a boring guy. I'm a boring lucha, but I think this watch is cool. What I wish that they did was this orange one on the black skin diver strap. I don't know if these straps taper either, but yeah, they offer a lot of colors. I just don't know that I like the dial matching the rubber strap thing that they have going on. I prefer the black kind of traditional skin diver look to the strap. But like this orange, yeah, I think you can buy the other straps. Yeah, $250 you can get a black strap. $290 you can get the beads of rice, but you can see there's no taper on any of those. Which isn't so bad on a skin diver strap. It's not as noticeable, but I would imagine on the bracelet, much like a 300M bracelet, it does get. Oh, the 300M bracelet is very comfortable. It just doesn't look right not having a taper, I think. Hey, you like to have a little bit of taper at least. Sometimes dramatic taper is better. You know, like the new the new Speedmaster bracelets. Those taper like crazy. Um, but I like this watch. If they did this watch, with the black strap, that would be cool. The new green, the new emerald green is kind of cool looking. The sea emerald, with a sunray finish. But my favorite is still the Shark Hunter in black or the Sea Rambler in white. But again, if this Shark Hunter had an orange pip and they did that orange hand for the minute hand, that would make the watch for me. Because overall, it's kind of a cool looking watch. It's a good case design. It's got a cool looking, side profile. There's really nothing wrong with it. I just think it looks really nice on that rubber strap. And I'm a bracelet guy, but I actually prefer this one. This is like the Aqua Timer whole milk. The Aqua Timer I like better on the rubber strap. It actually looks kind of clunky. The Aqua Timer really looks clunky, thick, chunky on the bracelet. It's not a good bracelet for that watch. But for a little under $1,000, I think these things are. Seems like a heck of a deal for a skin diver watch, I just think it's a cool design. It's nothing special. It's just a simple 3-hand dive watch, 200 meters, nothing. I mean, it's nothing fancy, but it's cool. You take the date wheel out. I don't know why we need a date on our dive watches. I don't understand. If you're going to market it as a dive watch, why do we need a date? Good evening, Jock. How are you? Sorry I'm late. What are we talking about? Well, we were talking about Zodiacs for a little bit. Then we went right over to Docta because nobody seems to be able to find a Zodiac in Central Florida. It's funny. If you look closely at the bracelet actually flares out past the lugs. Let's take a look. I guess it does flare out a little bit past the lugs, doesn't it? You see that right here. See how it comes out past the lug? So it integrates in and then comes out. So it's integrated into the head of the watch, but just this first row. After that, it does flare out past the lugs. Interesting. And I've never paid that much attention to the bracelet because I prefer it on the strap. But that's kind of, would be a little tedious. But I like the handset. I like the dial. I like the bezel. It's a very simple watch. All things that I love. I love a simple watch. Craft it well and make it simple. Now let's take a look at it on. I doubt that the rubber strap would be. Yeah, the rubber strap is going to stay within the lugs. So even more reason to get the rubber strap. It looks like it's going to be more comfortable. It's going to stay within the measurements of the lugs. So I'd imagine that it goes from 19 to 20. That's weird. On that pizza race. That's kind of an odd thing to have in your watch. I don't know. I'm just a simple three-handed lucha guy. Where are we at on our upvotes? While I still have a voice. 12 upvotes. We need more upvotes. 2 of those are me. That means only 10 of you have hit the upvote button. Dear God. It's a crime against luchas. A crime against humanity. But why do we need a date on our dive watches? I mean, what's the most popular sub? The no date, right? Why is that? Is it because it's cheaper or because it doesn't have that dumb Cyclops and a date? I'm going with no date and no Cyclops. You know? Thorius Monk says the no date 62 Moss would be killer, in my opinion. We need more no date divers. Yes. Yes, we do. Like, here. Like, wouldn't this watch be better looking with a 12-3-6-9 instead of that date at 3 o'clock? I mean, seriously. I mean, is it even a question? It would look better. It's a good looking watch. But it could be an even better looking watch. At least on the 300M, they put the dial the date at 6. We'll look up the 62 Mosses, and they come out with a new iteration of that watch again. Upvote number 13. Cool. Thank you. Colin Drinker. He says, we don't need to know the date underwater, nor do we need a chrono underwater. Yeah. There's a lot of things you don't need underwater. Black Bay's no date, great for grab and go. Date comes into play for daily. I get it, but it does get annoying to set. Yeah. But honestly, with our phones, who doesn't? You know what I mean? Like anytime you pick up your phone, the top line, Thursday, February 6th, and then the time. It's actually a better way. I don't need the date on my watch. I just don't need it. Let's take a peek at the Seiko 62 Moss. So they did these reinterpretations of the 62 Moss. Let's see what we got here. They do. There's so many Seikos. It's almost ridiculous. Here's Noman Watches has one. See what their pictures are like. Anything? There we go. Okay. These are badass looking watches, but I agree. Without a date, it would be even better. Let's see. If you could do this without the date. Metal Job, what are you doing?
How are you, my man?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Good to see you. I just seen you there. I was like, you know what? I have to come and say hello. The wife's away. She's went back to Indonesia for about 2 weeks. So
okay,
I'm a little bit free and come and go on to it more often when I like. So
yeah. The Thelonious Monk agrees with me. We don't need the date. Look at that watch, Jar. Can you imagine this watch that's on the screen without a date?
Oh, you don't want a date. I mean, I think you know that my wife got me the 40mm no date sub that I'll never sell in my life, and it's because it's visually beautiful. It all works together. You don't need a date on a watch for a diver.
Yeah, it's a dive watch, and aesthetically,
you don't need a date to know how long you've been down. So
yeah.
Yeah, completely
You
agree.
don't have that dumb Cyclops. You don't have that. I mean, it's a better watch. You
I
know.
think, look, if you were going to put it in a perspective of as a tool watch, right? Which, for example, I would have when you become an NCO in the military. When
Mhm.
I was doing that specific career as an NCO, you don't have a date. You have a very dull watch that has good lume. That's not a bright lume because it's not like in your face lume. It's a certain color. There's
Mhm.
no date. You can see the time. You know the time. It's made for purpose. That's what I'm trying to get at. You don't need
Exactly.
a date on a diver. A diver is made for a specific purpose. You have a bezel you can adjust to know. Again, I'm not a diver, so forgive me for my ignorance on this. But
Yeah.
you can adjust the bezel for the time you have left on whatever the tank for your air, etc. And the one thing I like about the sub no date,
Mhm.
and it's so iconic and so beautiful, but it wasn't meant to be a beautiful watch. It's a tool watch meant for purpose,
Exactly.
right? And that's it. Don't spruik it, don't change it. You keep it as pure as it is, and it's loved for what it is, and you can make it it's a pretty watches.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna there you go. I mean that's you don't need a date. And
That's the new Seamaster. I think it looks so much better.
Bro, that's a new one. It's just came out, this one.
Yeah. This is the one that they just released like a month or so
Mate,
ago.
that's fucking beautiful. I like that a lot.
I mean, just classic.
Well,
Just
visually, you look at the dial. Visually, look at the dial.
yep.
It's so clean. It's just Wow, that literally just came out.
A month or two ago. They did
Shit.
they did 3 versions of it. Hold on. They did this version in black.
Mhm.
They did a silver dial, like a gray dial one. Here.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh, not too. Okay.
Not as crazy about that one. But they also did a two-tone version.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So
Yeah,
I've
that
got
one's
precious metal
titanium.
in that. Is
Yeah,
it titanium? Okay.
titanium and bronze gold.
I prefer the first one you showed me, like
Yeah,
literally as it comes, like out the box,
yeah,
no frills. That's a pretty looking watch. The dial, it's actually quite nice. I like that
yeah,
khaki sort of green.
yeah.
But the first one you showed is lovely.
Right.
Yeah, it's really
The
nice.
first one is so when you look at that one compared to the old one, the normal one, the date
Oh,
takes away.
oh, it's night and day, mate. It's night and
You
day.
know what I mean?
Night and day. Yeah.
The date really just you're like, why? Why do we have to have that date? They did these Necaton versions before that had no date, but they did these with that relief bezel, which I wasn't as crazy about. I
Okay.
like the black bezel, but I like the no date.
Yeah. Like I said, it's just that sort of clean look.
Mhm.
Again, it's fit for purpose. It's what it is. It's a diver.
Right,
Um,
exactly.
but I really liked it. I never seen that watch. When you put up the first picture of the new diver,
Yeah.
the no date, yeah, that's lovely. That's
Mhm.
genuinely. Oh, I was like, it gives me the no date Rolex vibe, but in its own way. It's
Right.
lovely. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. I really, really like that. And
Yeah.
I'm one of these people that I like the escape valve. I know it's like a love or hate with the escape valve. I like
I
it.
like it too. I think it, where's James Bond going to put his laser cutter? You got to have
Exactly.
the valve.
But haven't I heard though that for the next Bond film, it's not going to be? Is it? Is it? It's not Omega. Wait, it's not Omega anymore.
Yeah.
Wait,
No, it's still Omega, I think.
it's still Omega for the next Bond film. Okay.
I believe. Funniest Monk says a no date Zenith Chronomaster original would be a killer watch. The 430 date kills the Zenith. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that.
Mm.
Only problem with the new Omega Seamaster is that it should be bigger. It's not big enough. It's only 42 millimeters. Why didn't they come out with that in a 43 and a half?
That's not a bad size though. That's not a bad size.
Actually,
I think
that watch wears pretty good. It's not super
Yeah,
thick.
the logs are very small. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not protruding too much. So it would wrap you quite nicely. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, man. That's a nice watch. How much is it? 6,500. That's not bad, man. That's
No.
that's not bad at all.
It's like $3,000 less than the No Date Explorer.
Oh, there you go. And then you've got the No Time to Die, which was fucking
That's ridiculous.
insanely expensive. I would have that over that watch, 100%. The colorway, the look of it, everything. Yes, that over that watch. I had a look at it. I sort of like, oh, let me see it. No, that
It's nice.
top trumps it to me. It's lovely. The black on black. Yeah, it's lovely. Lovely.
I want to buy a shark mesh band for. Oh, they sell those. They're
That'd be nice, man. Dark.
$800. Hold on. 2-piece strap. Yeah, $800.
800. That's not bad actually.
Yeah.
For a
Mhm.
Omega. Yeah, it's all right.
I think the straps are expensive in general, but you can get it.
I think with a good machine.
Says we're paying more money for a no-date version because it's better. That's why you're paying more money. It's better.
I love that. The Macallan drinker here, the Macallan drinker. I want to know what Macallans you like here, by the way, because Macallan is, went off the hill a little bit. So it'd be interesting to know what's your favourite Macallans, mate.
So Macallan 12 it's just hard to go wrong with.
Well, it depends. No, but it depends on what Macallan 12 you want. I'm not going to go into depth. I'm waiting for the Macallan drinker to tell me that because he would know what I'm talking about. But the rubber for the Amiga.
Yeah, the rubber's expensive too on a deployment. He says $580.
But you know what? Let's get away from like going into if you want a nice strap and it has to be, let's say, Omega, or you want a different strap. There's some aftermarket ones that are genuinely just as good as some of the brand
it
versions.
Say Amiga on it.
Oh, okay, but I mean, yeah, I get. I mean, if you want to go that far, but
not a bad price versus a no-date sub, but it's like $2,000 more than the Black Bay monochrome on the 5-link. Yeah, I think it's. But I will pay $2,000 more not to have a snowflake hand. Logan Hall says Macallan 12 used to be way more affordable. They really jacked up the prices in recent.
It's not that. No, it's not that. It's a certain 12 that I'm talking. Here we go. He knows what he's talking about. Here we are.
Double cast, aluminum, and cast strength are my faves.
Yeah, the double cast. So you get so you've got the sherry cast, the sherry oak, triple cast, double cast. It's all about the time. Unfortunately, with Macallan, look, it's like it's a business at the end of the day. Yeah. They lost the purity of it because again, it's a very popular whiskey. It's a very popular dram. But if you get a double cask, you get a 2012 below. It's fire. Unfortunately, they've started to ramp up, but it's a business. The Macallan is a great. I mean, a Macallan 18, the 25 is just diamond.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, a 2-door. I missed my 2-door, bro. I sold that fucker last year. My God, I missed my 2-door.
That's the new monochrome they came out with last year at Watches and Wonders. And it's, again, no date, classic look. I'm not crazy about the snowflake hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
you know what, mate? I had the I had the 2-door. I had the Black Bay. I actually really liked it. It was a bit different. It was a nice watch. It felt sturdy. It was a bit thick. In a way,
it's a solid piece. I mean,
it was just nice. It was a good-looking dial. It was just a solid watch for the money. I loved it. Yes, circumstances you change watches either to go up more or for other reasons. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I really did. 2-door make a solid watch. It's not a poor man's Rolex. It's a tool watch. They're attainable. You can go in and buy one. You don't have to like beg and plead to get a very well-made watch. And yeah, love 2-door. And that's a lovely looking watch again. It's just so clean. Dial is clean. It's exactly what it is. It's you see the time. You can see the time, and it looks good when you're looking at it. That's it.
I mean, it's a nice looking. It's a nice looking watch. The symmetry of the dial is there without the date. It's got this one harkens back to what people were asking for to make the old Tudor Submariner. It kind of looks like those, and
Yeah.
so it doesn't have any gilt, which I like.
Mhm.
It's just they call it the monochrome because it's just black and white. I mean, it's just nice. That 5-link bracelet is really nice on those. It has the
Yeah.
T-fit clasp and the new master chronometer movement. So you're getting all
Mhm.
your testing and your anti-magnetics and stuff in there. So it's kind of cool to watch. For what is the price on this thing? Like 4,300 or something like that. Hold
I
on.
have not even looked, mate. I just see my calendar's Scots. Yes, it is dark. It's a Speyside, mate. It's a Speyside. It's
47.
literally down the road for my daughter. Yeah, my daughter lives on the Whiskey Trail, so it's
Yeah.
yeah. I know McCallum very well. Yeah, John D.
John
Jesus
D.
Christ, mate. Not seen that boy in a while, mate.
Hey, good morning, John D.
Man, fucking lovely bloke. Lovely
Yeah.
bloke.
Yeah, good guy. Knowledgeable guy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
We like that. We like knowledge. We like when you guys because Jock. I mean, this show. Curly calls it park benching, but that's all I ever do is just
Every show of a car is a park bench, mate, unless you're fucking taking someone's throat out. Everything's a park bench. when it comes
everything
to
I
Valley,
do.
right?
All I do is park bench. We just sit here and
Mate,
just
no matter with that, man. Do you know what? I'm again not into politics of shows, but it's nice to I like to go to places or listen to just a relaxed format. Doesn't have
just
to talk
relax.
about
Just
watching, just
yeah,
having a fucking chill, It can
right.
get a bit too much for all of us. And
Yeah,
I think there are a few people, well, one person here that will understand that. It's just nice to chill,
yeah.
It can get
I
a bit
agree.
too much sometimes. So I
I
get that.
totally agree. I wish that they would do this colorway in the new
Okay.
case. I love this blue bezel with the black dial. I just wish they
Very
would do
pretty.
the new case and the new T-fit and the new movement. That's
Yeah. It's like
just a
it's just
classic
like
looking
a
watch.
midnight blue. It's like a midnight blue. It's a
Yeah.
very pretty blue.
Mhm.
Yeah. Really nice.
Just a little pop of color. None of that kind of Fotina and gilt and stuff. So
Hmm.
you get it's just kind of straight up watch. But put that on the 5-link. Give it the T-fit class. Give it the new
Hmm.
case is a little bit slimmer. It's not
Okay.
quite as slab sided as the old cases were. The new class makes it easy to make to really just dial in, so it fits well. Yes, it's
Yes.
thinner. Yeah, it's definitely thinner McCallum here.
Yeah.
I had for a short period. Hold on. Oh, lost my tab. There it is. So for a little bit of time, I had one of these on the 5-link.
Okay.
But what I did, the gilt with the red, like it just didn't work. It's not that I hated the watch itself; it was the colorway I didn't like. And then they came out with the monochrome, and I was like, I should have bought the monochrome. Yeah, but it is a little thinner. It is not quite as slab sided. The new class makes it so you can really dial it in so it fits better. It just works better. You know what I mean? Just in general. A little bit less rating on the case, a little bit, I'm not crazy about the snowflake hand in general, but I can get by with it on these new ones because you get the lollipop seconds. So you only have one snowflake hand. To me, that's better, you know. Basil's bezels. Tudor is the OC for OC is like garlic for Dracula. He does not like the Tudors. It's a true story. He's not a fan. I like Tudor. I think in the past they did. It was almost like just like Rolex knockoffs. Now I think they do their own thing. Um, I think their catalog is a lot better. I like the Pelagos. I tell you the watch I like.
Sorry, brother. I had to deal with a dog
Oh,
there. I apologize.
you're good. The watch I like. Oh, no, where is it? Here we go. The watch that I like that nobody talks about that I think is actually a really nice watch. It comes in a
Here we go.
variety of sizes. Are these kind of standard black bays, and you can get them in like 31, 36, 39, 41 sizes. I just think like if you were looking for an entry level watch, that's a great watch.
I wouldn't. The bracelet, I would say no. I think you should go to Oyster rather than that. I think it would look better because of the smoothness of the bezel.
Mm-hmm.
I think that bracelet doesn't fit the face of the watch personally. For that, if they had the Oyster bracelet on that watch,
Mm-hmm.
it would look better. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah,
because it's like the bracelet is more dressy than the face of the watch.
yeah.
If they had it as an Oyster, I think it would look better personally. Nice
But
looking watch, bro.
the problem with their Oysters, they put those stupid faux rivets on the side.
I know. I had it in a full rivet. Forget about that within fucking 5 minutes. It's just a nice bracelet.
Yeah.
But you could easily fucking get another bracelet, in that steel without the full rivets. Let's be honest. But I think if you're going to that watch with that bezel and it's the simplicity of the dial. I think with an Oyster bracelet, it would look better personally than the bracelet has on. That's just me. There you go.
What's interesting is the
Ranger.
Same size bracelet, same bracelet, no faux rivets on the Ranger.
No, I've not been a fan of that. I think it's too. I don't know, man.
It's kind of plain.
Fan of the Ranger, bro. I mean, I know people love it. For me, I'm like, meh. I'm like, I don't know, a bit too plain, a bit too meh, if that's a word. Just again, everyone has their own opinions, but for me,
they still have the rivet bracelets, Dirk. They still have them.
Well, my one had the 4 rivets, but you know what? I forgot about it, mate. I forgot about it within I didn't even notice it.
Two-tone black bays look great. Yeah, the two-tone. Now I like these two-tone black bays too. So let's go Black Bay here. These are good-looking pieces as well.
Okay.
And again, I know the bracelet is still a thing, but
the thing is though, if you get gold with it, Tudor, it's gold plated. Am I right, chat? It's not obviously it's not full solid. It's gold plate. So I always knew that. Like look, when I started my, I was into tag for a long. I've been into watch for years, and I was like, look, I'm getting to Tudor. I like to look at the Tudor, and it was the two-tone. It was like the Daytona look one, if I remember right, and it was like it was a two-tone.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out obviously researching myself before the watch streams and stuff.
Yeah,
it was like a gold plate, and that put me right off of it. Like I was off. I was like, whoa, what? Whoa, that's for me. If it's gold and you have some gold in it, you want it to be solid in a way, solid gold, and that. But it didn't put me off Tudor. It put me off if I see gold in a Tudor, because you're like, well, it's not really gold,
Yeah,
you go to the black. That was it. That was the one. I loved it, and then I researched it before, Archie and everything else.
Right.
And I was like, nah, because it's like it's like I'm not paying that bit of solid. It's not what it is, It's like it's just I don't know. That was just me.
This does say it's a fixed solid yellow gold bezel now, but I think it's the bracelet. Oh no, it says solid yellow gold now. Yeah, but I remember I remember. Oh no, it's a gold cap on the bracelet.
Yeah, it's not full through gold. Like if you were to get a two-tone for that, I get this when you get Rolex.
Yeah,
you get a two-tone Rolex. The gold in the middle of your bracelet is solid gold. Like, it's you get the weight. I didn't know that. I loved the look of the watch. I still do, but would I have bought that at the AD? No.
No.
That was just me again. I didn't know anything about watches, but I was like, well, it's for me at the time, it's a lot of money, and I was like, oh, I'm not getting, the gold.
Yes, the hour hand on the Ranger is very phallic looking.
I love that word, phallic. That's a good word, phallic.
I like that you can buy these watches so cheap, brand used. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
get deals
it's
on.
good though. It's really good. It's
Yeah, there's
really
good
good.
value on the secondary on these because they're
It's
solid.
good for it's good for watch enthusiasts or people who love horology to be able to, you know that the market and you can get a beautiful piece and not have to pay that money, knowing horology and the way it is. So that's great. Not for the person that bought it new, but it's like a car, isn't it, Mark?
Yeah, yeah,
Someone buys a fucking brand new car,
exactly.
someone buys it second hand 2 years later, it's the same sort of thing. It's not
Same
fresh
deal.
and new, but you're getting a good deal.
Right. Do your homework. Thomas Burnett says the snowflake hand looks great on the time-only divers. It is too big for the chronographs, though. The snowflake hand has been part of Tudor's identity since they introduced the 9411/0 in 1973. Yeah. But I agree with Thomas on the chronograph, especially that hand is obtrusive. It really covers up your chronograph scales. I mean, it's just right there. Yeah, everybody seems to agree with Thomas Burnett on that.
There you go.
Speaking of Thomas Burnett, he will be there will be an escapement show this weekend, this Saturday morning, 6:30 a.m. East Coast time here in the States. And there will be a special guest panelist.
Wow.
What's that guy's name? Bedick, Lucha Bedick will be on.
Tom, mate, Mark, I hope you have the chance to meet Thomas, mate. And again, I had the privilege of making Thomas breakfast in London. All right, he's a great lad. I've said this multiple times. I've got a heart of a gold, and I tell you that for a fact. Hope you're good, Thomas, mate.
This is Basil. Is that the one they released last year at Watches and Wonders? Was it a 58 or was it a 41? I don't even remember.
Talking about Watches and Wonders, actually, Mark, what do you think is going to happen this year? It's only a few months away. What do you think is getting discontinued? I usually think about it this year. I've just completely not thought what Rolex or Tudor might come out with or discontinue or a new line. I'm so in the dark. I don't even know where to start.
58
when it comes to these brands.
Yeah.
Oh, that's overpriced so hard, bro. Oh my god.
Bracelet through. Yeah, that's a full.
What do you think, Chad?
Oh man, that is a
brutal.
That is a brutal priced watch. You know what I mean? Speaking of Thomas or not Thomas, hi Brian.
Hey up, Brian.
I'm telling you right now, I'm a little tired.
Shit.
First of all, I'm protecting my territory from Thomas Burnett, that snake that's trying to go around and steal all my spots on the internet.
You're the only person in the world that's ever called Thomas Burnett a bad name.
I didn't say it's bad. I mean, he's a snake. That's all there is to it.
It's just
and then I turn on the show and I'm kind of bleary-eyed and I'm only halfway through my second cup of coffee. And I hear this man with a skirt on talking some funny things and words that I think are
bloody time I speak with you. How many years have I don't know, since fucking 10, must be like 3 years nearly now. And I'm still do you want subtitles?
Yeah, please. It sounds like you're just having a wank and a bothy right now.
There you go.
I wish I was.
Oh, and there's Thomas in the chat now. So anyway, Good morning, everybody. Lovely to Jock. Always nice to hear your voice.
Good evening, my friend.
Although I still expect to hear bagpipes and sheep crying.
Anytime you want.
Everyone has a dream.
True.
I'm not a fan of the bronze watches in general, but I like the Tudor more than the Oris. And it's more because of the dial. I like that 369 dial they have on the bronze, and I like the colorway of it is I don't know. Well, most of the bronze were those cotton candies that I saw, and I was not a big fan of that. Those were 58s, I think, the bronze as well. Yeah. So here's bronze Tudor. I think the dial. I wish that they would do the 369 dial on all their divers like that. I think that's cool looking. Differentiates them a little bit more even from Rolex, and but I'm not crazy about bronze. Brad, do you own it? Have you ever owned a bronze watch? And did it wrist screen?
Of course you have. You've owned everything.
I had a bronze Norcane. I had the Tudor silver. I came to the realization that at my age, I'm getting old and patinaed, and I don't want my watches getting old and patinaing.
Yeah,
I want shiny stuff.
I like shiny stuff.
About, mate? You're like 35 years old. What are you talking about?
Right.
Thelonious Monk says bronze is smelly. Yeah, I can imagine it would.
I don't know. Yeah. But the thing is, look at the price. If you're going to buy new, that's a lot of money for a bronze watch.
Yeah, I just, I'm not a big bronze fan. And like I said, most of the Oris I remember in bronze were the cotton candy ones, and those just didn't do anything. Those dials. Whereas this one, at least the dial made sense.
Yeah.
I also saw this watch, and when it was just in Europe, I would happen to be there and saw it. They didn't have one for sale, but they showed me one.
Yeah.
And it jangled more than a Seiko.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you bought the Harrods when you were in London, right?
Yeah, I had the Harrods.
Great. That's a beautiful color. I mean, it just works.
Yeah, that watch is cool.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice looking watch, man. Like, just the colorways work. Yeah, it just works. But that's black.
Yeah, it's a good looking piece.
Yeah, really nice.
Do you wear that on the bracelet, Brian, or did you put it on a strap? I thought you were getting straps for that at one point.
I did. I put it on rubber straps, and then I quickly sold it.
Agreed.
Oh, there you go.
Fuck. Yeah, it's nice. I love that. Love that bezel. It's lovely.
Yeah. It's good looking. It's a great looking color. It just works. That little touch of green on the dial is cool. It's cool. Esoteric says, I clean my Tudor 925 every 2 months or so. Bronze would drive me nuts. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, well, Doc just said as well, my brass watch turns my wrist green. Jesus, well, there you go.
Yeah. 925 is a beautiful watch. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Dirk, that's not green. That's Verde.
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 Speaking of Verde, did you see yesterday's breakfast, Brian?
No.
I made chilaquiles Verde.
Oh shit! Look at that.
Yeah.
Wait,
shit, that's right.
Is that chips? Sorry for my ignorance. Because you're American. Is that Dorito chips or
you make the Verde sauce and then you dip your not Doritos but corn chips.
That's what I mean. Sorry, I'm for that ignorance. That's why I said it. Yeah. Okay.
Top it with some crema, cilantro, and cojita cheese and an egg, and you're ready to rock and roll.
And if you don't have an egg, you can open up a fresh can of haggis and put it right on top.
Brian, do not fucking start, right? Haggis is amazing, all right? Don't get yourself okay?
Don't start. It's a little too late for that now.
Wait. Let's be honest, man. That's good hearty. That's good hearty food. That is, man. Like a good bit of fucking haggis, man. Bit of fucking, no, it's good. Look, don't slag off. Our food, man. It's great. You can't beat a deep fried Mars bar and
deep fried Mars bar. All right,
I put that in there as a joke. But haggis, man, is great. It's absolutely beautiful. Come on, Dark has been to Scotland. He'll understand. I'm sure Dark's been to Scotland, I think.
The only time, the first time I heard of haggis, I didn't even know what haggis was or that there was such a thing.
Should I stay on your stream?
Was the movie So I Married an Axe Murderer. It was my first time I ever heard of haggis.
of all the films. But no, it's good. Look, Scottish cuisine is good. It's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dirk
Really
says, "Damn, Mark, you half Mexican. Although I love you, Spanglish."
That looks really nice, though, Mark. That looks really, really. I would fucking devour that.
I had a bunch of chips left over, so I picked up some tomatillos and made a salsa verde to cook those in, because I had made the I had made the chilaquiles rojos the other day.
Sorry, what is that?
That's the same thing, but in a red sauce.
Okay. So is that a salsa verde on the side with an egg in your?
That is guacamole on the side.
Guacamole, okay.
Yeah. And some Mexican fried rice I had made earlier.
Bro, that looks really, really nice.
Repurposed. So I had chips left. And I was like, well, what am I going to do with these chips? And I'm like, oh, I'll do the green chilaquiles this time in the verde instead of the red. Yeah.
See, Brian being quiet because all he eats is McDonald's.
I don't even do that. I've upped my game though. I've upped my breakfast game.
3 cigarettes?
Yeah. Well, now it's 3 cigarettes, 2 cups of coffee, a banana, and a fiber 1 bar.
Oh, there you go.
That's a winner's breakfast, right? Fucking there, bro. Yeah. That's fucking it.
And maybe a shot of something in the 3rd cup of coffee.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Hold on. I got cat issues again.
That's why I don't have a cat, I have a dog.
I have that too.
Jock, he's not talking about that. What you think?
Oh, okay.
He's talking about the animal.
You're fucking. How's your pipes going, Brian? Fucking jugger.
Oh, good. I got one sitting right here.
Are you smoking it? You enjoying it? What tobacco are you gonna pound into it?
Some of my usual shit.
I have no idea what that is. So
the usual shit.
Yeah.
Thomas Burnett says, great for people who have a nickel allergy. Esoteric. I would love to get one someday, even though I don't have a nickel allergy. I think the 925 is a nice quirky watch. I love different materials.
I really liked the way the dial color worked with the silver.
Yeah. Are avocados expensive in the UK?
I don't fucking know, man. I live in the UAE, bro. I've lived here since 2016. I don't live in the UK, so fuck knows. If it's expensive, fuck them. No, here it's all right, man. They're not expensive here. It's not too bad. UK is expensive. And Dark, you know that, mate. You go to UK quite a lot. I think you go at least once a year. But yeah, man, UK is fucked up, bro. It's so expensive, man. When I went there for the London watch meetup, my God, man. Fucking expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, in the UAE, they get most of their produce from warlords in Africa that they fund.
Yes, but it's cheaper for me.
Yeah.
So I don't give up.
Once again, I didn't say it was a bad thing. I just said
I'm just but I don't know. I know it's not too bad here. I would say my food is, even though it's imported, is still even cheaper than UK supermarket.
Okay.
Yeah, UK is fucking expensive, bro. Fuck.
I can tell you, I make these breakfast dishes for you guys. To take pictures of for you guys, and the fucking eggs are so expensive.
I heard that in America, the eggs are really expensive
and hard to find because apparently there's some kind of bird flu thing. I don't even think it's the economy. I think it's because of whatever this sickness is with the chickens that is making the eggs expensive.
Right, I'll give you an example of eggs. I can get 20 free-range, proper free-range eggs here for, let me work out in American. About $3 for 20.
I can get non-free a dozen non-free range eggs for like $6.
Okay, so I'm half you.
Yeah, and you're getting better eggs. Those are better eggs.
Well, it used to
They're
be
really nice. They're really
Yes.
nice. I can get even cheaper, but yeah, they're really nice here.
Yeah, it used to be $2.49 for a dozen of eggs. And now it's
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
You know what? I blame Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
Yeah.
The Big Bird.
Really?
Yeah, because all those years we watched Big Bird, who was gender neutral, didn't lay eggs, didn't whatever, and now all the chickens are following what gender neutral Big Bird.
Wow.
Fuck.
There you have it. You heard it here first, folks.
It's Big Bird's fault.
You heard it here first. You come here for breaking news, and Brian has given it to you.
It's either breaking news or breaking wind.
Yes.
You decide.
Interesting.
Yeah.
God, that's a good looking
£3
one.
to £4 per avocado. Is that £3 to £4 British there, Dark? My God, that's expensive.
I guess, yeah.
Oh, you got a super chat.
Oh, super chat. As an Omega guy, can you explain to me why the new Seamaster 37mm Milano Cortino 2026 is $19K?
Well, I'd like to explain
a lot of money.
Wait, I'd like to explain it.
Okay.
Can I take a shot at it?
You certainly can.
I'm sure you will.
Because the Swatch Group wants you to pull down your pants and take it up the backside. Thank you.
Wow,
Dry.
Right to the back. Yeah, I mean, it's gold. I get that, but yeah, it seems expensive. It's cool looking. I wish they made a bigger one, but it does look.
Wait.
It looks like the original.
Glued on by fucking super glue. What the fuck is? Wait, whoa. No. That's not. No. What? That watch is $19,000 or pounds?
Dollars.
Oh my God! Regardless, it's fucking too expensive.
I love the lugs though. The lugs are so cool on that. And I love that.
You like it? I was saying I don't like them.
Oh man!
It was like someone's taking some fucking
19,000
and stuck them onto a fucking round circle. Oh no, I don't like that.
If you like lugs like that, go get a Parmigiani for a third of the price.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it really looks like the original Seamasters. Like the original.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, for fuck's sake, it's $19,000 fucking dollars. You fucking mental.
No, you're the mental one.
Me? Oh, sorry, I'm Jock now, by the way. All right, Brian, get yourself tested.
So we have a disagreement here. This says 75 cents for an avocado, unless you're shopping at Harrods.
That's 75 pence, which is about $1.10.
Okay.
Yeah.
John D says this is a vintage-inspired dog leg lugs. Anything larger would lose the vintage elegance.
You know what comes out from between two dogs' legs? This watch.
Red Rocket?
As Willie.
This watch.
This watch, you said. Watch. Yes, Shadow, I hear you.
No, I don't get it. Nope.
Don't like
Not
it?
for me. Okay, that's good for you. I don't fucking... Would you pay $19,000 fucking dollars for that?
Mark, that's a question for you because I wouldn't pay $1 for a
If you like it, would you pay $19,000 for it?
No, absolutely not.
So how much would you pay for that watch you really like? How much would you pay for it?
Would. Well, it's too small. So first off, I wouldn't even consider it because of a 37mm case, even though John D would say it would look great on my wrist. But I'm kind of 40 and up is what I like. Really 41 and up, but for my wrist. And so that's first off. But even if they made it in my size, that's really expensive for that very simple looking watch. But I like the fact that it looks like a vintage. I wish they would do something like that in stainless.
Wait, what's with the little black fucking markers at the 4 o'clock?
Oh, that's not. That is a reflection. Hold on.
Is it?
Yeah.
The very prominent black marks.
Yeah, it's a reflection.
Oh, they're there again. Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a reflection.
Okay. Mark, look in the private chat.
Hold on. Private chat. Oh, Brian. Oh,
Notice, pull it. Notice the price.
yeah, 1789.
Holy shit, mate, that's better looking.
This is a 34 millimeter with a pie pan dial.
Yes, that's a
I'd
constant.
like that.
And date. It's gold capped, but it's not solid gold. But
Yeah,
but I mean,
it's cool.
that's a nice looking watch.
Even smaller.
yeah, but with those lugs, the length of those lugs, that'll wear like a 30. It's a 34, but this will wear like a 37, 38 because of the lug length.
That's nice.
Did you
it's
just
a good
wear like a 44?
I mean, look at there's a light sun ray
Mm-hmm.
on the dial. It's got that pie pan dial. It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, they made some gorgeous pieces back then.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, that's really nice, man. I like that.
John D says 34 millimeter. And this is perfect for me.
And Mark, at that size, if you were cooking with it and dropped it into your breakfast, you wouldn't even notice when you swallowed it.
I would just eat it. I would just eat it.
Yeah. But this was just the first one I found on eBay, and I pulled it up and I was like, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's good looking. I like the so the old Constellations are cool with the pie pan. The where you lose in the new one on the Globemaster is the lugs, but the old vintage Seamasters are really cool. You know what I mean? Like like the one that one's trying to solicit your response from, your old school. Hey, that's cool looking watch from, but. OC reminds us, upvote for Thursday morning watch talk. Yes, please hit that upvote button. Where are we at on our upvotes? I haven't checked in a while, Brian. Looks like we are at 22. Yeah, we need to get into the 30s. Thanks, guys.
Shit, that's breaking news. It's Thursday morning. Damn.
The Applied Magus is superb. Yeah, it is. You can get a vintage one and an Omega Museum Collection number 8 race-in timer for the price of that new one. Yeah, I agree. You could pick up a 1950s Omega in steel, pretty much identical to that Milano Cortina, between 500 and 1,000 over. Yeah, I've seen those pretty cheap. Even those DeVilles were pretty cheap. You can find those, kind of early 2000s DeVilles with the coaxial movement for under $2,000, under $2,500. Upvotes. We love some upvotes. I'm a big fan of those old Omegas. I think they're beautiful. Those original Seamasters, I think, are just stunning. So that's the attraction of that watch, is that it evokes that memory to me of those original Seamasters. One of the things I've always liked about the Aquaterra is it has kind of vintage Seamaster vibes to it. Celie says nearly tea time in the UK. 3 avocados on beans on toast for him.
Whoa.
Avocado
Can I just stop this guy? Celie. Wait, 2 seconds here, bud boy. Beans on toast. Yeah, Mathis, shut up. I know you hate beans on toast. Mate, I'll make you love beans on toast, you fucker. And by the way, your little video, where the fuck was I? All right. Secondly, this guy, avocado with beans. No, beans on toast is just 2 slabs of white bread with fucking beans. Well, good bit of butter, salted butter, and some good Heinz beans on top. That's it. Or a little bit of cheese on top. Fire. Simple. Bloody avocado with beans. What the hell? Sorry, I apologise for.
And I do not.
Avocado with beans on toast. That's sacrilege.
I don't believe you can have beans on toast after 9 a.m.
Oh, I can have beans on toast at midnight. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Love it.
Well, you're not English.
Scottish, so fuck the English. Oh, that's lovely. 800? No way.
$819. So that's
Mate, that's a
vintage
lovely
Seamaster DeVille. But that evokes that again. It's that same kind of design and such. This watch, what is?
Mate, that's lovely, bro.
That's a 30. That's another 34. But yeah,
That's
I mean, you can pick these things up. You can pick up these vintage Seamasters pretty cheap.
It's really nice, mate. It's very class. What's the dimension? What's the how thick is
this one's a 34. Yeah.
No, how thick is it? What's the thickness? What's the?
I don't know. They have that listed. I can't imagine it's very thick.
10 mil. It says. I've just seen it there.
Okay,
10 mil.
So very thin for an Omega.
It's all right. It's all right, bro. I understand. But Mathis can go and fuck off.
Oh,
a joke. I know. I love Mathis. I've loved Mathis. I've known Mathis for a while. I'm loving Mathis. But 10 mil. That's a nice watch, bro.
$769.
Down there, down there where Mathis lives in the retirement part of Florida.
Yeah, with his little dinghy that he goes out to fish for minnows.
Yeah, their breakfast down there for his old sugar mamas is decaf coffee and a package of probiotic yogurt.
I completely agree with you there.
Yeah. Salish says, I generally agree, Jock, but all this avocado chat has got me in the mood.
I like avocado. I love avocado. But when I see avocado with baked beans, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's all good.
Maybe reserve the avocados as an amuse bouche.
An amuse bouche. Oh, John, bro, you got a tip.
Next year, Universal Genève will be making basically the same watch as that 37 millimeter Seamaster reissue. Should be super. Yeah, I think they're going to do those new polarometers.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That's part of Brightly now. We got $20 super chat. Thank you.
Damn, John, baby. Love this guy. I really, by the way, John, I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
He says, always appreciate the fun large case versus small case banter. Here's a little something for the next pot of coffee to keep us going with great watch discussions, even with Brian's anti-swatch group rants. He does hate the swatch group shitters.
And the swatch group. I don't hate the watches as much as I hate the company.
Brian, you have a fire collection, so that's why.
Oh, here. Check this out.
What?
I just talked about this watch the other day. Hold on. This is on a strap, but I was just talking about this Zodiac Jetomatic. I'd never heard of this watch before.
See, that's expensive to me. I mean, look at what you just looked at right there, right? Mm-hmm. With that Omega. Look at that, like the same fucking price.
I think this one's a 42.
Yeah, John, you got my number, bro. Give me a message, bro. Come on, it's been ages since we spoke.
42 millimeter, yeah. Yeah, that's a cool watch too.
No, but what I'm saying is, compared to the watch you just showed, that more vintage watch, you know what I would have over the Zodiac, right? You know, but that's the cool thing about horology and the game. Everyone's all about the hype of watches, but such amazing fucking things you can find. You know, when someone says like, "Oh, I want a Rolex," and I only have like $2,000, for example, go to the more vintage range. Go to the 80s. Go to the Datejust. Go. You know, you can find a Rolex. I was obsessed with the newer models, or I don't know.
$15,000 for that new Universal Genève. That's crazy.
God damn.
Yes, this thing has an onion crown on it. It's a Flieger watch. It's kind of cool. I never knew they made it. I never saw that watch before the other day. Perfect example of how the date kills a watch style. Yeah, so here's what's terrible about this watch, though, is that freaking date. Look at that thing. It's terrible.
It should be there. Just there's no need for it to be there at all.
No,
just get rid of it. You don't need a date. That's the thing. You can't see it. There's just no need to know the date. Just get rid of it.
No, but I do admire when they put it at 4:30 like that, and they rotate it so that it's still parallel and not at a weird angle. I like.
Come on.
Seiko does them at the weird angle.
Yeah. Zenith does it at weird angles. AP does it at weird angles. There's very few that take the time to reprint the date dials and rotate it like that. That's admirable.
Yeah.
That looks like a pimple, like a spot on the watch. Get rid of it.
So this has a gooseneck thingy here, a blue gooseneck regulator.
Fantastic.
Sorry, for my ignorance, what is a gooseneck? What is that?
It's how you regulate it. It's a regulator. It looks like it has some things you can attach some tools to tune your watch into better timing.
Okay.
But it's just kind of cool. You don't see it every day.
Yeah, that's some horology stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I mean, it's a nice looking dial in a way. But again, the date now, you've said it. I'm looking at this little pimple.
I can't stop looking at it. I know.
Beautiful loom. It's a beautiful loom. Look at it. The loom's lovely, but get rid of the fucking date. Who needs a fucking date?
Me.
Brian loves a date on a watch.
Love the date. Love it. Need it.
You love it. I think you just fucking. I
Swan
think
neck.
surely.
Swan neck. Yeah, sorry, Thomas, but it's a swan neck regulator.
Why?
Goose liver movement.
Come on, bro. Give Thomas a wrench. I ain't got a wrench in your channel, bro. But Thomas deserves a wrench in your channel, man. Come on.
Oh yeah, but there's only 3 wrenches.
Hey,
shit. Okay, maybe not.
Hey, Mark, what's this bullshit now? There's 3 wrenches. You said you didn't know how to give another one, and you wouldn't give.
Wait, you give as many wrenches as you want on fucking YouTube. You can give like a million.
OC was supplying content the other day.
Oh, and Thomas.
We needed to get some links put in. I didn't want to take the time and go do, so I gave OC a wrench so he could drop some links for the I believe it's the for the animal shelter for the animals from the
yeah, that's an amazing thing. That was really
Thomas
cool.
says no, I do not need a wrench. Thomas was mad when I gave out a wrench.
Look, Thomas is he deserves a wrench.
2 of my wrenches never show up.
There you go. See?
And one's just because Gen G. Because you should give the girls a wrench.
I'm so joking with it. You do, Thomas. Come on.
The girls should have a wrench. OC was dropping links, and American asked nicely. He offered me eggs from his free range chickens,
and I demanded I demanded and threw a protest, and I'm still.
I demand a wrench.
See how it gets. See how this gets.
Fuck, bro.
It's the craziness.
The first time you came onto a fucking live stream with this me, Mark. Come on, man. I deserve a wench. I don't want a wench. I don't want no fucking wench.
Hey, Jock.
Yes.
He's saying wrench, not wench.
Sorry, it's my accent. You're wench.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you weren't getting a woman, you were getting a tool.
Yeah, Brian, you're going to be my wench.
Yeah.
Just
want to make sure. Yeah. I know you don't understand English, so.
Well, you're my wench.
OC reminds us that it wrenched Negroni for a total apocalypse.
Oh shit! Look at that! No! Whoa! Wait a minute! Holy shit!
Apocalypse.
Oh, God, I've seen that before. The guy's he's a demon. A demon. When
that
it comes
has
to
played
that.
out poorly before, but for our eyes, yes.
Anyway,
so
that's a nice watch, but for $900, nope. Wouldn't pay that.
This one's good looking. Hold on.
It's a nice watch. I wouldn't pay $900.
A 1956 Omega Seamaster for $12.99.
Yeah, okay. That's nice. Is that the bubble?
That one is a 33 millimeter. No, it gives us the
a 1956. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I love that. That's nice. I love the blue. I love the blue second hand. That's really nice as well.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Makes it different.
Yeah. Oh, you can see the patina on the hour and on
Yeah.
the set.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Shut up, Mathis. All right, and you can shut up with your fucking 5-minute bloody video and leave it in there. I ain't gonna forget this, Mathis. I've known you for like 3 years. What the?
Never.
Right, oh, fuck up. Bro, this guy pissed me. I seen this new hype video. I was like, where the fuck am I? Like,
You got a new hype video? I didn't see it.
no, he did. Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah. He made this cool new video. Yeah, his name Mental. All right, Mathis, mate. I remember that. I'm trying to be.
That's another beauty. It does apply to
That's
everybody.
really nice, bro.
It's
Look at that for $950.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can find there's a lot of these old vintage Megas. This one's probably
Mate, I love them,
32.
bro.
They keep getting smaller as I go.
But it's not like crazy small, man. Come on, it's just
Yeah.
nice. And do you know what? The style is smaller watches. Oh, you got a super chat.
Yeah, that's how we ended up here, Skip Intro. Thanks for the $5 super chat. He says, have you seen the watch Mega made for the 2026 Olympics? Check it out. Try not to follow.
No, actually. I've not
If
seen
it was bigger. If it was only bigger. But yeah, we did check this sucker out twice, actually. We checked it out on the Omega website earlier, and then someone else brought it up.
Oh, this is the one.
Love the
Oh,
look of this watch. I love the look of this watch. I hate the price. I wish
I don't like the lugs, bro. The lugs look shit.
those lugs are classic.
No, I don't like them.
Oh,
They're stuck up with fucking Gorilla Glue. I don't like it.
Gorilla Glue.
It just, I don't know. I mean, the dial is beautiful.
Yeah.
The indices are lovely. The hands are lovely.
Very vintage inspired.
Oh, I don't know.
This follows you. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's a cool watch. It's cool looking. It just, geez, $19,300.
No, I like it. He didn't apologize, bro. I didn't know it was the watch for the Olympics. I had no idea because someone brought it up before. So thank you. I had no idea, but I don't like the lugs. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it.
He just hates the lugs. Brian, what do you think of the lugs?
That's a no for me, dog.
A no for Brian.
Oh wow, we agree. Holy shit! Can someone
if you're
say
an Olympian participating, this would be the one I would get.
Wait, Brian agreed with me. Okay, that's what I want to fucking know. Okay,
clip it.
Yeah, clip that shit. No, they look like glued on with Gorilla Glue. I'm not into the. I don't know. The face is beautiful. I mean, again, but it's such a. I don't know. It's very. It's a beautiful looking dial. The indices are beautiful. The case is really nice. It's very subtle and smooth. And you got these like glued on fucking lugs. I know. No, don't like it.
Clip that.
Clip it. Here is Basil's new Cartier.
Oh wow! I've not. Oh, that's lovely.
Very nice.
What's that? What size is that?
40 millimeter.
It's a 40.
Hey, Ronde automatic.
Beautiful.
Lugs look classic from overhead, but modern angles from the side. So there was a better picture. Hold on, let me find it. Damn it.
This watch could be on it. It would be spectacular. Spectacular is a big word there, Skip. I don't know. Again, the face, the dial is lovely, but here we go.
That's a profile look at the lugs.
Nah, man, it's like glued on, like Gorilla Glue, baby.
Oh, now you're making a brown strap, any brown strap.
Poopy brown.
This watch can be on a NATO and still be spectacular.
No.
Today's really Thursday.
Yep.
Yes. Polonius Monk says, I don't get why that Olympics 37 millimeter and the newest Anti-Digi Regatta timer both have to be called Seamasters. So they need a bit of differentiation in their nomenclature.
Oh.
So the Seamaster was the original waterproof Omega. So anything with more than 100 meters worth of water resistance seems to fall under the Seamaster line.
Hang on, I got a question now because I didn't know this was for an Olympic thing.
Yes.
This is coming out for the 2026 Olympics.
Yes. The
Jock, I need you to explain this to me, but how the fuck is this a winter sports watch?
No, it's not.
Okay. All right, good. I was like,
wait.
Well, they always come out with a number of different Olympic ones, and there's always one that is kind of a classic dress watch. If you remember, for the Summer Olympics, they did.
Well, they did the one with the multiple golds that looked like your CK589, except worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where what?
It's lazy.
I don't know.
So this is the watch for in the evenings in the ski lodge, sitting around the fireplace after you've done all your downhill skiing.
Yeah, something like that.
Because as far as I know, I'm trying to think of a winter sport that you could do while wearing this watch.
Nope.
I don't. I think even the ice dancing is too rough for this. You might fall and scrape the ice with it.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you have to like search to find these fucking things. So this was the 2024 bronze gold edition.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Bronze and gold. Yeah, here we go. How much?
Yeah,
that's $12,000. Oh my
all right,
God.
I like the idea of this watch because it was bronze and gold with a silver dial. So you got all three metals and fine. I like the idea. Okay, good. Move on. It was way overpriced.
Yeah, and you don't get the best thing about the CK59. One of the best things about it was looking at the movement because it was beautiful, and you get.
Where is it? Can we see it?
Yeah, you get it's the closed case pack. You can't even see
it. So yeah, be great. Best moving the ball, but you can't see it. Oh, but you got a lovely fucking white box that says it's winter. It's worth $12,000 fucking dollars. Yeah.
Yeah, no, to save money on this, they put a System 51 swatch movement in it.
Winter whiskey drinking event.
I like that. That's what Esoteric said. That's perfect. Yeah.
Love that. Let's go. I'll be a fucking. I might win the fucking gold medal for that.
Yes. This watch was a winner for matching the Paris style. Yeah.
What Paris style is in that watch?
Well, it was an upgrade over the CK59 in materials and in the dial.
It's a beautiful dial. I mean, again, the dial. I mean, the logs are beautiful. Yeah, it's a well proportioned, good looking watch. The dial is beautiful. I love the colorway. I love the indices look great. Yes, the hands are fantastic.
All right.
This one compared to this your watch.
This is what that watch was based on, Jock. That was my old CK5.
Okay. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I see that. All right, I get that.
Yeah. All right, Mark, go back to the Olympic one. The Olympic CK589. Am I seeing right that it was $12,000?
Yes.
Yeah.
$12,000 for a 39 millimeter watch with bronze, silver, and gold. Is that a
Yeah. I never said that.
is that a gold case back?
Who knows? Is it bronze?
I don't know if they tell us.
That's a lot of money, bro. It's a lot of fucking money.
On the case back, engraving reference to bronze gold. It's bronze gold case back. So it's probably
For $12,000, it's bronze gold. Yeah, bronze gold. How much bronze?
It's
How
12
much
grand.
gold?
I mean, you can find this watch used, around $5,000.
There you go.
And
That's a lovely
it's got a
watch.
sterling silver. The AG 925. It's got a sterling silver dial. The heat treated food hands. I don't know. I prefer this one over the bronze gold one.
I would say the same.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a picture of the back, because the back was where this thing was really.
Oh, the back. Oh,
God damn.
this
Don't
baby.
tease me.
This is I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this watch is a Kardashian because it's just the backside is just fantastic.
Honestly, I'd be a fucking sausage dog. Oh my god.
What's that? My Sherman, my blind double dachshund.
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's see, Sherman. Let me have a look at this boy before you go into the watches.
Hey, Sherman.
Here we go. Look at that little fucking sexy man. Look at him. God damn.
Fat blind bastard.
Now with that, still a sexy fucking
He's
four-legged. Oh, bless.
He's a good boy.
Damn straight.
Maybe I don't have a picture of the back. That's a shame. Oh, there it is. Boom.
There we go. Oh.
That was the 8926 no date 8900 movement in there with the double barrels, and it's just good looking, manual wind, nice looking piece. Skip Intro says the dial is just French frog, just suits the Paris idea. Yeah. Stainless steel versus gold should explain the majority of the price differential. Yeah, I get it.
Really?
I don't think it was as good looking,
Come on, man.
And it was the Olympic edition. It wasn't a numbered limited edition or anything like that, like the original ones. Because this one that I had, they only made around 3,000 of them. Sherman was that dark part of the watch campaign. Cute name. So Sherman is my double dapple piebald dachshund who was born blind. He has microphthalmia, small eye syndrome, and he's just the most loving creature you'll ever meet in your life. He loves everyone and everything, and he's just a good boy. But he's since Rebel died and Ellie died, like he had 2 other dachshunds he hung out with. Now he's just kind of lazy and fat. But he didn't run very much to begin with because he's blind. It's hard. But and his legs are 2 inches tall. But he's a good boy. But yeah, the back of that CK-859 was one of the showpieces of that watch, was getting to see that movement. What a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. Do I regret selling the CK? No, I really wasn't wearing it, Thomas. It was a leather strap and it was 39 millimeters. So no, I don't really regret selling it.
Thomas, it was too elegant and refined and nice looking for Mark.
It's a true story. These are all good points.
Yeah. It didn't have enough knobs hanging off of it. It was too streamlined.
Too streamlined, not big, not, me. Actually, I have 2 very bold Omegas now, because this one, it's a very bold color, but cool. I love this watch. And then this one is a very bold bezel.
When you move to South Florida and you're starting to look for a discount sugar mama, Those watches will work with the colors.
See?
Mathis will hook you up.
Mathis will take me to the proper neighborhoods.
Yeah.
In order to find a Latina sugar mama.
Yeah, he'll show you which geriatric clinics he hangs out around.
OC says, let's rephrase Thomas's question. Do you regret buying the Omega anything? Answer, yes. I love Omegas. I really do. And I always kind of get out of them. So I never really get stuck in one. Similar to Dolly Parton. That's a nice pair. Thanks, Lily. Latina's Sugar Mama sounds expensive. Thomas says, is the dial of the Aquaterra textured? No, it's the new, this one and the black one are the new lacquer dial ones. Take this sucker off so you can maybe get a better look at it. But this is a lacquer. So it doesn't have the teak pattern on it. It doesn't have any pattern on it. It's the lacquer dial, but it's not quite as polished as the black. Then you have the PVD, the gray PVD on the handset and the indices. So it doesn't have all that sparkle that the black one has, but the bracelet catches all the bracelet, and the fact that the case is fully polished catches all the sparkle. And so, which makes it kind of cool and different. It's cool. It's 41 millimeters, so you get the 8900 movement with the quick set hour and the double barrels and the extra 5 hours of power reserve. And literally with the comfort setting and the new bracelet and the easier to use crown, they actually addressed all my issues that I ever had with the watch. I do like the teak deck pattern dials, but they don't do this bracelet on them. Skip Intro says, OC hater, Omega is great. Ryan?
Sorry. I clicked a button.
Yeah, beautiful watch, perfect design. It is a keeper for now. It's cool. Things that I love about Omega. I love the lyre lugs. I like the open case backs. I like the coaxial movements. I mean, I'm an Omega guy, you know. And honestly, look at this. Watch this thing. The bracelet on this thing is beautiful compared to the old Aquaterra bracelet. And the fact that you have a comfort setting on it now just makes it so much more wearable in the heat even. And it just, despite what John D says, I think the 41 looks beautiful on my 7.5-inch wrist. It's not too much. I think Skip Intro secretly paid to make me a moderator, knowing I would have to reflect Mark's views on his channel. Diabolical, strategic move.
Mark, what did I miss? Where'd Jock go?
He disappeared.
Uh-oh.
He disappeared before and then he came back, but just sharing the hidden on-screen Bond Gem Vintage 1963 Omega Chrono reference 101.010 landed last weekend. As Brian said, the long lugs make the smaller case wear larger.
Yep. Every once in a while, I say something right.
Chuck left to buy the 2026 Olympics watch.
Jock might have got the tap on the shoulder.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, look at our height. It's hard for people to reach up there, so we don't get
true.
the tap. Yeah.
In the watch community, we are tall.
Yeah. Mathis gets the tap on the top of the head.
There you go. Yeah, it's funny. I don't feel like a tall person, right?
No.
I have a lot of friends who are taller than me. A lot of people I work with are taller. So I never feel like I'm tall. But when I'm around watch people, except for Evan G. Evan G is very tall.
I went to that one Las Vegas thing, and I'm looking around, going, "Oh fuck, I got to stand in the back of the picture again." God damn it!
Nobody can see this cool shirt I'm wearing because I got to stand behind all these short guys.
I didn't have to wear pants; it was easy.
Oh, you didn't have to wear pants even?
No, nobody could see my pants.
Oh man. Let's see. I think. Yeah, like Evan G, very tall guy. Here, there we go. He's kind of leaning over because I think he's like 6'4".
Look at that! It's the remake of Three Men and a Baby.
There you go. There you have it. It was a watch meetup last summer in Philadelphia. Lucky Bastard, and OC, and M and G, and then later we met Mr. G. It was a good time. Good time. You have to do that stuff. I think. But let's go back to where is it? Since Jock's not here to yell about the lugs anymore, let's go back and take a look at this watch because it is interesting. I love the fact that it gives off that original Seamaster vibe. That's probably my favorite part. And I actually like those lugs. I think they're kind of cool looking, especially on the side profile. I'm not crazy about the closed case backs because I think that, you miss it. But I also think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think you get I think it's an 8800 movement in this one. So you're not even getting the quicker. But look at that side profile. It's different. It's cool.
Oh, that's a new crown too.
Yeah, the crown's neat. Yeah.
No, it's new. I didn't say it's neat. Don't put words in my mouth.
All right, it's new and neat. How's that? You think it's new? You said it's new. I think it's neat. Yeah, so you get an 8807 in this one. So you're not getting the double barrel. You're only getting 55 hours of power reserve, and you don't get the quick set hour. But it is small but cool. I like it. You guys like Simon Garfunkel's greatest album cover in that photo? Yeah, exactly. I will show you my favorite album cover picture. Like it would have been the back of an album. Hold on, let me pull this up here. Let me find a good albums. There is a picture. Here it is. This was moving day to State College, Pennsylvania. Probably 1988 or 89 or something like that. It was me and my roommates.
Looks like the roadies for Huey Lewis and the News.
Guess which one I am, Brian?
Well, I'm trying to figure out why you're wearing. Is that a Rangers jersey?
Islanders, New York Islanders. Kelly Rudy jersey. Yeah, probably not very good there, so Derek. That watch could be cool to see. Not buying it. Yeah, I would like to see it. I don't think I ever want to buy it. Skip Interest says that cigarette is beyond 100. Yeah. But yeah, that was moving day to State College, Pennsylvania. But whenever I saw that picture, I was like, man, that would make the great back of an album cover picture, you know? Dirk Diggler reminds us, business on the side, party in the back, nice mullet. Yeah. 100%. It was the time. I mean, you wore the mullet.
All that damn time we wasted time and energy wasted growing and styling hair.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Now look at all the time we have, all the extra time now.
I have no hair to style. I got nothing to style.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Esoteric says back when you could smoke in the airplane. Yeah, you could smoke in the back of the air. The last 5-8 aisle rows of the airplane, you could smoke back then. 521 Taipei. Good to see. He says great photo. It's a classic. It's an absolute classic. Look at that mustache. Oof. The mullet, the mustache, the hockey jersey, the cigarette, the tan.
The tank top with no muscles.
Yeah, that was Bob. Bob. Yeah, I'm gonna. And again, George. George and John were probably about an inch shorter than me, but Bob was tall, much taller. He's all leaned over in that picture. But you must have had a great playlist mixtape for that ride. Oh God, yeah. Actually, so I drove my Camaro up, so I was cruising. The best was Brian's Sunset Strip Poison and Twisted Sister look.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was. Let's see if I have that in photo that I can send to you.
Cassette, Johnny O, cassette. My dad had 8 tracks, but I was a cassette guy. I was a cassette kid. I used to make the mixtapes. I had the dual tape deck. Dark Takeover says, of course you had a Camaro. Of course I did. There might be a picture of it in here, too. Might be a picture of me in it. Hold on. There it is. This is that same day. This was when we were leaving. There's the old Camaro. Bitchin' Camaro.
Wait, hold on. I'm going back in time.
Go back in time.
Where might that picture be?
Humor a silly millennial such as myself on the cost of gas back then. Oh, God. It was like 85 cents a gallon. It was cheap. Cigarettes were under $1 too. I mean, I remember the cigarette machine at the amusement park I worked at. They were like 80 cents, 75, 80 cents for a pack of Marlboro Lights.
I used to get an employee discount on cigarettes at Disneyland because they hadn't figured out that tobacco was cheaper if I bought it there.
Ah, see? Maxell cassettes, yes. I had a Pioneer. I put my own sound system in the car, so it was a Pioneer head unit with a cassette, and I'd put all, me and my friends got together and put the speaker set in there. That thing was my neighbors always knew when I was coming because it was always like Black Sabbath or Iron Maiden or Judas Priest cranking out of the sound system back then. My friends used to call it a speaker on wheels. It was a killer. That was great. That was a great car. My mother bought that car new and never really drove. She drove to the parking ride. So I bought it from her, and I put first thing I did was I changed the wheels and I put the air shocks on it and the what were those things? The traction bars. Booped it up a little bit.
And then you were probably like 0 to 60 in 10 seconds. Holy shit, this thing's a rocket.
Yeah, even with the 305 V8, that wasn't exactly a fast car. Yeah, it was a big, heavy car. It was long. It was actually longer, like, than my dad's station wagon. Like, if they were parked, if you had the bumpers parked together, the rear bumpers parked together, that little point on the front of the car stuck out in front of his celebrity station wagon. But yeah, that was back in the day. Good times.
Where the hell?
Boston, more than a feeling. Yeah. John D had the 8-track in his Gremlin in the good old days. The only thing I hated about the 8-track, the 8-track had good sound quality, but you'd always have that one song that was broken up between, the tracks. It was annoying. My dad was a big 8-track guy. He had lots of them. But yeah, back then you went and got your own, sound unit and speakers and stuff. We just did that. We did all that stuff by me and my buddies. Wired them up and wouldn't go. Johnny O reminds us that he spent hours in stereo stores comparing speakers. Yeah, you had to. You had to go figure out what you wanted. What were those? So the ones in the rear deck, they were triaxle speakers, maybe, because they had like the separate bass woofer, tweeter stuff. I can't remember. It's so long ago. But you had to have a good head unit to power those things.
Good head is always hard to find.
Yes.
I mean, a good head unit is always hard.
Good head units. Always on the lookout for a good head unit.
All right, just because I love Dirk Diggler, I'm going to try to send this photo to you.
Where at?
Instagram. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not all my hair.
That's a great picture, Brian. I love it. You should just claim the hair.
I could. No, there's some help in there.
It's Pioneer Super Tuner 3 with Krakow 6x9s. Yeah, there were 6x9s. That's right. Cranking Chris alive. It's alive. Yes. Yeah, there were 6x9 speakers in the deck. And I forget what the ones in the door were, but man, that thing was just. Dirk loves your keyboard scarf.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my waist was like 30 or 32 back then.
Nice. Mine was 29.
I had a 1981 Datsun King Cab pickup truck.
Wow.
That I bought used, and it had a battery chain in it because it had been used as a light duty tow truck.
Oh, okay.
So it had a fuel tank extension, a brush bar up in front. They took the winch off, but they left the battery chain, and there was a power converter on it so that you could plug in tools. I could actually run a Marshall amp out of it and fit the Marshall amp in the back of the King Cab.
You were much louder than me.
Yeah, but I was too shy. And I was a little geeky, so I would crank talk radio.
Uh-oh. Thomas says, Mark, pull up the brand I just emailed to you. Tell us which kind of muff you prefer to dive most, blonde, ginger, Brazilian, or juicy. Uh-oh.
Mark, is Thomas Burnett getting spicy?
Sounds like it.
He's really trying to he's trying to take over my shtick.
Let's see. Oh wow, muff watches.
What is this?
This is what Thomas sent me.
Hang on, I'm interested.
Blonde muff. It's hilarious. She's not blonde though. Wow.
So when Warrant was doing the LA club scene before they broke,
okay,
in 1984 we had the Olympics in LA.
Yes,
and they were walking around with shirts that said the U.S. Olympic muff diving team.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Thomas, if I had to pick a muff, I think I would go, obviously, with the juicy muff. I mean, is there another choice, Brian?
I don't know, but this advertising is completely opposite of AP's gender neutral fluid advertising.
Yeah, you're not buying a Jaguar here. $69 for a juicy muff. That seems like a deal. Johnny O says Warrant Cherry Pie. That guy hated that song. That guy died, but the lead singer, he hated that song.
Yeah.
Because he said everybody just called him the Cherry Pie guy.
I love that song.
I was an Uncle Tom's Cabin guy. Wow. Well, these are interesting, Thomas.
I'm assuming these are high horology with swan neck regulators and everything.
Yes. The workmanship that goes into creating your muff diver's watch is exceptional. We use the finest materials that are sourced from ethically and environmentally responsible suppliers. All our watches contain the highest quality movements and are backed by our 1-year warranty. Our 28-day money-back guarantee, together with our secure website, we hope will give you total peace of mind when shopping with us.
I'm getting peace of mind just looking at them.
Yeah. The juicy muff. Let's see what the ginger muff looks like.
I'll tell you what I'm not buying. I'm not buying a blue muff.
No blue muff, no. How about a red hot muff?
Well, that red one might be a problem.
I'll
be back in a moment.
All right. I'll be here looking at red hot muff. There it is, folks. The Muff Diver. Thank you, Thomas Burnett. Well, those are interesting. Who would have thought? The Muff Diver. We have devolved into the Muff Diver categories. I think we need some more upvotes if we're going to show this. All right, what are we at? 27 upvotes. We need 3 more for 30. Do appreciate that. We've had a kind of a rolling in the 20s up to 30 people watching today, so that's always fun. The daily shows, I may be able to do like 1 day a week coming up here in a few weeks. I'm going to take a job. It's not the job I want, but it's a job that could lead to the job I want. So I may just go on the floor in a sales position here starting around the 24th and see what happens from there. But I could use the work. I could use the medical. I could use the peace of mind of just having a job. And they said they're going to be looking to expand into my old job again, you know, in a few months. They're just not ready yet, but they'd like to get me on board. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. In that case, I'll see if I can get Tuesdays off again because it's my favorite day off. And maybe we'll do Tuesday, Sunday instead of Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday shows. If that works for you people.
And Mark, don't forget. Sunday.
Thomas, will this brand be at Watches and Wonders? It should be. She should be.
Oh, wow. She's wearing a watch, too?
She's wearing a watch.
Okay.
She's wearing her muff on her wrist. How about a hot pink muff? I've never heard of these, Thomas. No girls in this one. Just watches. Probably don't sell as many of these. Yeah. The Muff Diver. There it is. Now we know. Now we know. Skip Interest says high horology. I say it's high horology. What are you gonna do? But anyway, that was that.
I would like to share a watch with the chat, especially the internet legend Thomas Burnett.
Ah,
Now, this is not for you.
okay. You putting it in the private chat?
I'm putting it in the private chat.
Private
It's
chat.
35 millimeters,
Oh, jeez.
but
But
it's looking pretty interesting for me because it's kind of like me. Different.
Vacheron Constantine Phidias chronograph date wristwatch. Huh. Looks very thin.
Yeah.
So you're saying this would be 19 grand better spent than that new Omega?
Mark, I'm not fully healthy yet. Don't do that to me. Let's see, 19 grand for a Vacheron Constantine automatic chronograph that's full gold, or I'm just asking for,
Yeah. Looking for advice and comments.
Yeah. Now, on the other hand, I could get about 190 muff watches for the same price.
Yes. As McAllen says, the muff has a nice price, 69 pounds. Treble says looks cool but unreadable. Let's get
Yeah. I don't know. Is he talking about the muff or the Phidias?
I think he's talking about the Phidias.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a big bright watch. It's more of a I don't know. This is one of the sellers that I follow on eBay. I've bought a couple things from them in the past. They tend to get they tend to focus on non-hype stuff. Sorry, OC, if you're listening, you won't like anything they sell.
Huh?
But it's interesting.
It is kind of interesting.
I've been feeling the need for a Vacheron in my collection again.
Yeah.
I like the idea that it's an automatic chronograph with a date.
Yeah.
It's full gold, and for me, it's probably the right size for me to wear full gold. It's not a dive watch, so I'm not swimming with it, but I'm sure it would do okay in the rain. I don't know. I'm trying to. I actually saw it this morning, or last night, and bookmarked it, and was like, I got to remember to learn about these watches.
I don't think I've ever heard of the Phidias chronograph.
There's only one in a deep Google search of Vacheron Constantine Phidias. There's only one that shows up on the internet.
All right, cool. Can you talk about it for a minute so I can run to the bathroom?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
OC says global moratorium on all watch purchases through March 31st. Don't even think about it.
Oh no, yeah, you leave. I'll talk about the purchases we've made recently. Of 2 new air conditioning units and 2,600 square feet of new flooring that's going in, and new kitchen cabinets. So I really shouldn't be even thinking about a new watch, but I am an addict, and as an addict, I still like to look at stuff. And sometimes kids, here's how it goes for me. Sometimes I just spend time looking and looking and looking, and then wear myself out on looking and don't do anything. and that saves me from doing stuff. Yeah, I've never seen one of these in person, so it'd be really weird. They're a trusted seller, so if I got it and I just didn't like it, I could send it back and have no issues. Yeah, but part of me was looking at a 36 millimeter day date, and this is technically 35 millimeters, so it's right in that same range. A little less likely to draw attention than a 36 millimeter day date. And most people would look at this, and if I was wearing this out in public, most people would look at it and think, oh, it's some fashion watch. Yeah. So I also like the fact that the pushers are not screw downs or in any way. So if I'm wearing the watch, as long as I'm not going in the water, why not? I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts behind it. McAllen Drinker says, admitting it is the first step, Brian. Yes, I've admitted a lot of things. I've got a lot of first steps. Getting to the 12th step, never mind. Hang on while I clear my throat. Okay, I'm back. Hit the mute button, but yeah, Thomas, if you're still listening, do you know anything about these Vacheron Phidiases or Phidii? I don't know what the plural is of it. Phidii.
Phidii.
Yeah. The other thing I know is that since they're offering it on eBay at about 18,800, I could go to their own website directly and probably get it for 17,500.
Accountant says admitting it is the first step, Brian.
Yes.
And Skip Intro reminds us that the new Omega Milano is the exception to the moratorium. Exactly. That's cool. I mean, have you ever looked at one before, or did it just pop up? And you just...
Never. It showed up in one of my deep dives. Yeah.
Okay.
Accidental rabbit hole. Can't find any information on them, really.
Now this thing's going to be popping up in my feed just like that Mont Blanc.
Yeah, I still got those popping up too. In fact, let's see if that one that I really liked, is it still for sale? Watch list.
Thomas Burnett says, I like it, Brian. I've never seen one before. It looks nicer than a Daytona. Is it an integrated bracelet?
You guys would have to tell me. It looks like it's
kind of looks it-ish.
Yeah.
Could you put it on a rubber strap?
Oh yeah, the Mont Blanc that I like is still available.
Yeah, there you go.
It's down to 3,800.
Yeah, I got a thing the other day saying that the price had gone down.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough.
Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, this is one that might be interesting to learn about.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like in the past they did a lot of three-hander versions of this.
Okay.
And a lot of them were 34s and and smaller. There's a quartz version at Burdeen's. It's two-tone 34 millimeter. Well, they're going to have that. That's going to grow old. Sitting there waiting for somebody to buy it.
Treble wants to know, could you put it on a freaking NATO?
You can put anything on a NATO. On NATO.
Anything works on a NATO strap.
Yeah. Let's see. Oracle of Time. Oracle of Time says the Vacheron Constantine's Phidias is the missing link in sports watch design.
Ooh.
It's
We
a
found
Neanderthal.
a link. We knew it was out there. The elusive missing link has been found.
1980s, 1990s. It says, in a world where the most ubiquitous flex is having a bracelet that seamlessly integrates with a watch case, how and why is this Vacheron Constantin Phidias so overlooked? Because nobody knows about him.
I've never heard of it. It does seamlessly transition into the, although it does, much like that one, the docs that we looked at. You look, the bracelet does extend past the case here a little bit.
Yeah, it's got a lot of it. It looks like it's a transition between like the 222 into the early overseas.
Yeah. Full box and papers and a book.
Oh, it comes with a book.
Yeah, look on the left there. There's a book.
Oh fuck, I'm in. And I think they're throwing in a free purple muff diver watch.
Ooh. Tell me what the juicy muff.
In 1989, the Phidias officially arrived as the spiritual successor to the 333, which was the successor to the 222.
Aha.
With this lack of thickness combined with whoa. The cases across the entire range of references are noticeably svelte.
Svelte. Ooh. That's a word you don't get to use every day.
Oh, good Lord. There's a world time version of it.
Oh boy.
With this lack of thickness combined with classic sizing that never exceeded 35 millimeters, the Phidias is a reserved and quiet affair. It's a color. It's a Phidias and Ferb coloring book.
Wait, I found one that looks like a Movado. Hold on. There's the Movado version.
Ooh. Yeah. That's definitely the 80s.
Definitely don't like that one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right. I'd like to report for OC, who's in the back lurking.
Yes.
It does. The world time does say L. Angeles. I apologize.
Oh my God. I don't see a world. Let me type in world timer. See if I can.
Huh. Yeah, this looks like the transitional watch for them into the early nods of the overseas.
Yeah. Great.
Oh, yeah, Thelonious is right. Yep. I'm seeing a lot of that E-Bell stuff too.
Yeah, it kind of does have those vibes, but it's definitely L. Angeles.
Yeah, L. Angeles. Sorry, OC. Can't do it. I don't know. I'll bookmark it and watch it. And
Yeah.
I
see something I never knew existed.
Yeah.
Sort of like that Zodiac I never knew. The Jetomatic I never knew existed until the other day.
With the rotated date.
Yes. Pretty cool there, Brian.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's fun. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What else we got? What's going on, chat? All 15 of you that are left.
We're looking at getting my wife another car.
Oh, have we? Now you were looking at. What were you looking? You were telling me about a month ago. I can't remember what it was now.
There's a plug-in hybrid Lexus SUV, and there's a plug-in hybrid Audi Q5 SUV that I would like to get her, but I just need to get through the next 10 to 12 days before we have some time to go car shopping.
Cool.
Meanwhile, I took the Mini for her first visit to the new doctor's office here.
Oh,
she did well.
Nice.
Yeah. Oil change, brake flush. They polished the headlamps, replaced the little chrome trim rings around there. They had good coffee, so that was important.
That's always good.
They adhered to my advice, which was do not have a sales guy come over and tell me, hey, you've got a 2015. Are you interested in trading it in? No, go the fuck away.
Brian.
Well, I have an inappropriate relationship with my car.
Okay.
I will never get rid of that car. That one in particular.
That one's staying forever?
Forever.
Wow.
When it's time for new seats, I'll buy them. Whatever it takes.
My old Audi was way better than my current Lexus. That's trouble. You should have bought the Grand Toyota.
Yeah, the from the moment when I was in high school, in junior high school, I had an older friend that had a right-hand drive Mini.
Okay.
And I absolutely loved that car. And then that was a classic Mini. It was small.
Yeah. Little one.
Yeah. And then when they came back to the States in 2001, I wanted one bad, but we had kids. You needed reliable cars, blah, 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 blah. I couldn't afford it. The minute I could afford it.
Boom.
Yeah. That's
what I remember one. There was one on the road, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You know, they brought it. They had come back and come to the States. I was like, what the fuck is that thing?
Yeah. Yeah. So when we were moving down here, and I knew that I only wanted to bring 2 cars here.
Yeah.
I sold the 5 Series Mini.
Gotta have the Mini. It's a must.
The new electric Countrymen are interesting to me.
Would you trade your car for that?
No. I'm sorry. Did you hear me? God, I forgot I'm talking to a car salesman. I would buy the electric in addition to my gas. Yeah.
Do 2 Minis make a maxi?
No.
Okay, just checking. What do you think of this Baltic? The new Baltic release. It's small. It's 37.
I love everything they do. I just don't have room for them in my watch box.
They do some interesting things. That has 2 crowns, Brian. You know, I like that.
Well, it's got an inner rotating bezel thing, doesn't it?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yep. And it's got that beads of rice looking bracelet.
Yep.
That's good looking.
It is good looking. Baltic. Now they do make. Let's see here. If I can find it. Baltic watch. So, let's see here. What's their website fucked up? There we go. They do make a Aquascaf dual crown. Look at that.
Wow. There you go.
There it is. It looks nice on this flat link bracelet too. I think it's 39. Right? Yeah, 39 millimeters, 47 lug to lugs. It's a little closer to size.
And just to make you happy, I bet they would glue a fake helium escape valve on it too.
Oh God, that would push me right over the edge.
Yeah.
Sunray blue dial, internal bidirectional bezel. Oof. Cool watch. What's 42 hour? It's a Miyota 9039.
I'll tell you, I'm still really, I'm really happy with this Islander watch from, that I got.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. In fact, just for you and your chat,
Mm-hmm.
I will turn on my lights here and show it.
Very cool. Those Islanders are cool. Like I said, I've owned a couple. They're nothing. They're solid for what they are. You know what I mean?
Let me see how well adjusted the camera is. Ah, well,
Yeah.
there.
Oh, look at that guy. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
The Flieger style. Day date.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I can move the time out of the way so you can see the day date configuration is really kind of, I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect size for you, Mark. 39 millimeters.
39 millimeters. Just what I was looking for.
Hacking seconds. So there's the
Boom.
the day dates down there.
And then it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah. It's just a good looking, good feeling watch.
Yeah.
Movement's nothing to look at, but there it is.
But it's there.
Look at the profile.
Very cool.
Sorry, no dog leg lugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Shark.
he sent me a NATO and one of those elastic ones, and
Nice.
yeah.
That was for winning the race on JJ's Watch Hangout.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali, 5-pound super chat. Tough day in the office. Listening to you and Brian is cheering me up.
Mo.
Well, glad we could help. Thank you for the super chat. Enjoy the conversation. But I like Baltic. I owned. Let's see. And it was small, but it was a cool watch for what it was. Let's see. Really? Which one? I think I had this one. Yeah, or something like. No, it wasn't that one. What the hell?
Look at that screw down crown.
Ooh,
Sorry, Mark. Only one crown though.
just one.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Quick release.
Oh, it was a sector, the HMS. It was a sectory down looking one. And it was a nice watch. It really was. It was just a tad bit small for me. 38. At 38, it was not quite big enough. Speaking of not quite big enough, Mathis.
Whoa, nice segue, Lucha.
You like that?
Oh, damn.
He walked right into it. You didn't even know.
I walked right into it.
Yo, Florida crew, little jabronis, yo.
That's right. Put me full screen. I'm going to show you Florida crew right now.
All right.
Here comes the bubbles.
You ready for this?
Yep. Whoa.
So that's the back. That's the house.
Yeah.
It's the backyard where they're going to have a wedding tonight. Check this out.
Damn, dude. Look at that.
Can't do
Yeah,
this
Right
in Boston.
on the beach.
Right on the beach.
Mathis, I didn't know you worked up in the Panhandle.
No, I'm pretty far north, but not that far north.
Yeah, that's an intercoastal.
You don't got this in Boston, you guys, or Philly, or Pittsburgh.
Come on, we have beaches in Pittsburgh.
These are like
Right on the
mangrove trees or
Monongahela
something.
River.
Damn, you're almost as far north as I am.
Yeah, see the white
White sand.
you know, the white sand.
Well,
All
everything
right,
looks.
salute you. So I'm just listening from my backyard. All right,
What's on the wrist, Mathis?
nothing.
Nothing. Oh, my Lord. Heartbreaking.
All right, boys, I'll be listening.
All right, Mathis.
Yo.
Yo, yo, yo. It's that red and wrist chick's wedding. There you go. Oh, my.
Too soon?
It's just like Manchester.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had this sector dial one. It was a cool watch. It was 38. It was just, I didn't wear it very much because it was small, but it was a cool watch. I mean, I had no complaints with the watch itself. Just the size. They do a number of them now. But I think they do a heck of a job with what they do. This is the new one with the applied indices and Arabics. Yeah. I think it was at the time, this is probably 3 years ago, might have been $320, Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, hard to beat.
Homages.
Yes. But they do cool watches. So this new Hermetique is cool. I like. Where are their they make a. Here they are, the Aquascape GMTs. I always thought these were good looking. I think these are 39s as well. That's $956. Seems like a heck of a kit. Yeah, 39 by 47. So probably same case as that dual crown model.
Can't call that a Sprite. You call it a 7-Up?
Green and blue. What is green and blue? Is there a green and blue? Could it be some flavor of Mountain Dew, maybe?
Yeah.
Honest Monk the Fourth says, Mark, would you ever buy a Christopher Ward? Well, funny you should ask.
Uh-oh.
Because let's see.
The Luchabetic Mark channel is now brought to you by the Christopher Ward Belcanto XL.
No, but it is brought to you by the Christopher Ward that I owned, the C60 #Tide.
That looks similar to a watch you own now.
So that watch had the fully loomed wave bezel. Actually kind of cool. A buddy of mine was obsessed with that watch. I ended up selling it to him because I didn't wear it very often. And he loved this. See how the whole bezel, the bezel and the dial are loomed. I hope if I pause that so you can see it. But that was a cool watch. That was a cool watch. That was my one foray into the Christopher Ward, but I would probably consider a 12. Brian, you and I talked about the 12 before. I actually think that's a pretty nice watch for the money.
Yeah. Contrary to my nasty, cranky, bitter old personality, yeah, there's a lot of watches out there that are really nice, and
yeah,
there's a lot of watches that are priced right for what they are. And as long as you put the watch on and it makes you smile or feel good when you wear it,
yeah.
Who cares how much it costs or who made it? Just do it.
We'll tell you the bezel action on that was really nice, and the bracelet was really nice on that watch. If I go back to the old dealership, I may get to see it again.
Right.
I'm assuming he still has it. But yeah, the bracelet on that watch was really nice. It was kind of cool with that wave pattern and the fact that it loomed, and that you kind of see behind here was, sort of a see-through kind of deal. You can see the date wheel. It was kind of see-through from the front. Hard to get a good picture of the loom. But I liked it. It was cool. It was a very nice watch for the money. Around $1,000. Like I said, the bracelet was actually super nice on that watch. So much nicer than you. It was a dust magnet. You can see all the dust that they collects. But cool. Had the light catcher case. Oh, here. You can kind of see through it pretty good there. You can really see the date wheel behind there.
Yeah.
But a neat watch, But yes, I would buy a Christopher Ward and have. The customer service left a little bit to be desired. Because I paid to have it sized and they didn't size it. I was a little pissed about that. But it was hard to get a hold of people. But I know the time difference and the fact that they don't keep a lot of people. I don't even think they had a boutique back then. I think they have a London boutique now. But cool watch. Kind of neat, different. No complaints. But if I was looking at one now, it would definitely be the 12. I love that ice blue 12. I think that watch is cool. I'm not a big fan of the snake watch. Did you see the snake watch, Brian?
Yeah.
Not a big fan.
Kind of gadgety.
Yeah.
Gizmo-y.
Gizmo-y. But this one I always thought was just a solid looking watch at a good price. Yeah, it's $400 or $500 more than a PRX, but I think it punches way above a PRX.
Yeah.
I like it. That would be, if I was going to buy another Christopher Ward, that would be it. And I may buy one of those just to have an integrated sports bracelet watch without spending a lot of money. It's not a bad thing, not a bad piece. And I don't think you really get hurt on one of those. I think if you bought one, you pretty much, they're still hard to find in the U.S., even on the used market, that aren't astronomically pricey. You probably get your money right back out of something like that if you decide you didn't like it. But the bezel's cool. The bezel's better than the PRX. The bracelet's a little better than the PRX. I like that dial better than the PRX, and the indices better than. I mean, I like everything about it better than the PRX. Esoteric likes the Bow Canto, but I don't 4K like it. Yeah, it's interesting, it's neat, but yeah, 4K is a lot. It's a lot.
It's big enough for you.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think they make my old watch anymore. I don't think they make that C60 hashtag Tide one anymore. It's, um, C60. Oh, they make those Lumieres now in the C60 case. Which are kind of cool, but I don't think they make the hashtag Tide anyone. The other thing that was cool about the hashtag Tide one was it was a chronometer grade movement instead of just the Ultramagic.
All right, Mark.
Brian.
The happiness and joy in your life that is me has to leave you for the
Oh,
rest of the day.
Brian. Are you working today or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't see the C60. Yeah, I don't see the hashtag Tide anymore. But they make a lot of different versions of the C60, including a GMT.
Oh, GMT.
Yeah.
All right, I got to go before you seduce me into another GMT.
All right, Brian.
Yeah, everybody have a good day. See you.
Thanks, you too. But yeah, I mean, for the money, that's a heck of a watch. I think, anyway. Like I said, the bracelet and the bezel, really, really nice on that watch. No complaints. The link is pinned at the top if anybody wants to join. We are 3 hours and 15 minutes into this. Where are we at on our upvotes? We better be over 30 for the love of God and all things decent. 29. Oh my God. One upvote short of 30. Guys. Do I need to bring up the IWC Aqua Timer? 5 minutes to get that 30th upvote, or we're looking at the Aqua. We're going into an in-depth conversation on the IWC Aqua Timer. Somewhere in Washington State, George, there would be like blood coming out of George Varhey's ears when he hears me talk about IWC. He won't be able to handle it. We need an upvote before we go and do that. But while we're on the Christopher Awards, the C60 is a solid watch. The let's see what they do. They have a section here for Costco watches. Let's just see what watches they have that are chronometer grade. This is C60 Costco. So it looks like the bronze and the limpstones. You can get extra crown on the limpstone, which you know I love. That always makes me happy. Let's go over here. Shop all. Let's see. I think when you're dealing with watches like these, I mean, it's not horrible to get the to pay for the upgraded Solita movement, I would think. Matthias, thank you. Matthias says, I don't want to talk about no stink. 32 upvotes. Nobody wants to talk about that stinking Aqua Timer, for the love of God. It's 30. I forgot to Aqua Timer. We'll make it a download. All right, no Aqua Timer. You've been spared the Aqua Timer. So I think a lot of times when you're looking at something in these kind of price ranges, if you go for the chronometer grade Solita, it's going to keep better time. I mean, you can have it regulated and stuff, but It's sometimes worth it to pay a couple extra bucks. Now on the 12, it's a little different because you have to go to the titanium, so it's a lot more to go to the chronometer grade. But you get it in these Cromwell Pilots watches. You can get it in the titanium 12s. Looks like they have a number of them. I mean, might not. I don't think it's that much more expensive to get the chronometer grade movements. I always thought this was a cool watch. This is that one with that push-in hidden crown. I always thought that it was the Cylinder Elite. I always thought that was a good-looking piece for the money. Chronometer grade movement. Look at the depth on that dial. Yeah, that's an $1,800 watch, $1,900, something like that. And again, that's the same bracelet as on the C60. It's a solid bracelet. Got that kind of push in, weird. It's different. Good lube, not great. I don't know. I like a lot of the things that Christopher Ward does. Taipei says, how many Belcantos do you think they've made? It's got to be a lot. I'm sure because they've got all those new ones now, the new colors and stuff. I don't know if it's the bulk of what they're doing here lately, but I'm sure it's a lot. Before we go look at the Belcanto, there was one that caught my eye as we were flipping through. What was this one? The C65 Dartmouth. I don't think I've ever seen this one. Kind of vintagey looking. Royal Navy history, officially approved Ministry of Defense, groundbreaking all loom dial that comes alive after dark. Let's get a picture of that. Look at that. I love a loom dial, you know that. That's chronometer grade automatic. That's kind of cool looking. I don't hate that. $12.95. Where are you going? Now, the Belcanto. Boom. I mean, you have to like that design. But it's cool. It's kind of neat that they did it. Put a chime watch out there. Oh, Brit Period. They got everybody talking about it. But I know early on people were waiting and waiting and waiting to get these. I don't know if there's still the wait list on these or not. You get the new purple one. Yeah, I don't know. Go shop now, Belcanto. 42.25 US doll hairs. $37.95 for this light blue one for some reason. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I'm not sure the difference. $45 for the Belcanto Classic. Huh. I always kind of thought this one, if I was going to like one, it would be this. Pre-order for end of March 2025. So you're doing pre-orders. I don't have to like the Belcanto. The OP celebration now is definitely being discontinued in April. My ID has confirmed this. I hope to get. Oh, so your AD is confirmed. Let's go pull one of these up. We haven't looked at any Rolex really today, so let's go to the Rolex website. Let's go to the OP. One of my favorite Rolex. There's the celebration. Oh, there was a quick picture of it. Let's just configure one. Do they do that? Do they do the celebration of 41? I don't even know. We'll just go to the 36. Boom. Nice thing with an OP, it's easy to configure because you don't get a lot of choices other than your dial. So Muhammad is saying that that is being discontinued. He says it's Hail Mary time for me, praying for a miracle now. Yes. So April discontinued. I would like to say that I'm surprised, but I'm not. I didn't expect that to be a long, like a long-term run for them. Hopefully you get yours, Mohammed, because it's tough because they put this stuff out there and you think, oh, I would like to have that, and then it's hard to get, and they get scooped up by the flippers, and the people don't really appreciate what they have a lot of times. It's a fun watch. At the money, this watch is what, 6,200 and a 36. I mean, it's still a fun, it's still a good price at that. I think you get an awful lot of watch in an Oyster Perpetual. I always think that the best, and I know that they're the cheapest, but they're also the best values because it's a heck of a watch for 6,200. The Explorer 40 or 36 is a heck of a watch for, in the sevens. A lot of watch for the money, comparatively speaking to other pieces. And the celebration's fun. They did all the cool quirky colors and and stuff before. I really think my favorite Rolex, if someone put a gun to my head and said you have to buy a Rolex tomorrow. Oh, no, it's not a GMT Master. No, it's not what it is. I still say for just a classic looking watch, I would go boom, $7,800, Explorer 40, cool lume, 369, absolutely classic dial. I go back and forth between the 40 and the 39 because the Explorer on top. I know professional series watches normally have the name at the top, but it does look a little crammed up there. But that being said, I just think that's the best looking Rolex. That's my favorite dial. It's simple. There's no Cyclops. 369 is cool. It's the Air King takes that and then adds all those other numbers to it. It just dirties up that dial. Not a fan of that. Treble says that's the best one. Obviously, he must have that one. But it's just a cool watch. I mean, it's just there's nothing wrong with that watch, Look at that piece. The advantage of this, I actually like the size of the 41, but I like the clasp. You're gonna have, it's either the fold over clasp or it isn't. Don't do a fake fold over clasp. You know what I mean? But what's wrong? It's just a beautiful watch. It's really the perfect everyday watch. And that's speaking from a guy who's a big Aquaterra guy who says that's a great, you know, I mean, hard to go wrong either way. My fear is you're going to see less and less of the OPs and the Explorer 40s and 36s because they're going to, I think that they're really ramping up to go higher end. I think you're going to see much more of the precious metal stuff. I agree. Too many words on top. The 39 millimeter has a more balanced look text. Yeah, absolutely. So 39, I think Nashville had one. Let's see if he still has that one. Oh, he got another 40. So he did get another 40 in stock. Boom. And you got a 38 millimeter lacquer dial Aquaterra in black. But let's see if he still has that 39. There it is. The balance, because it's not a big dial watch. So when you look at it in the Oyster Perpetual, Rolex Oyster Perpetual top, Explorer chronometer certified down the bottom, I just think it works a little bit better. In my humble opinion. That one's got a 7/20/20 date card. The beauty. But it's just an absolutely gorgeous watch. Now, I don't think that this one has the adjustable clasp. But the Explorer at 6 o'clock, it just aesthetically makes the dial look a little bit. It's not a big difference, but it just aesthetically, I think the dial, like you said, it looks a little more balanced than the 40. But that's just me. What do I know? I'm just a simple luchabetic. Anybody else got anything? We've got 3.5 hours into this thing today. But again, I can't stress to you guys enough what happened here. I wanted to do this. Saturday morning, 6:30 a.m. Here we go. Sorry about that. I must not have a thumbnail up for the show yet. But we'll put a link to Thomas's channel. There we go. My screens were messing up. Sorry about that. That's the Escapement Show, Saturday morning, 6:30 a.m. on the East Coast, or catch it on the replay if you're not awake. I will be on the panel. Always a good time. Thomas always has a great show. And great topics and great watch talk. For those of you guys that like the watch talk, we know that Thomas is the man. And the Escapement Show, he does it every other Saturday normally. And while I have a couple Saturdays left before I go back to work, I will be happily on his panel. But check him out. It's worth it. Again, I can't stress you guys enough. Look at the stuff. Was I not showing any of the Rolexes? Are you serious? Damn. My screen's got all discombobulated. But they seem to be back now. So yeah, that was the 39mm Explorer. And with the Explorer at the bottom of, I just think aesthetically that works a little bit better. But it's not like it's terrible the other way, because he's got a 40 as well. It's not horrible, but it does look like it makes the top of the dial look a little crammed up. Whereas on the bottom, it does separate it, give it a little, aesthetically, I like it a little better, but I like the clasp and the everything on this one. So this is a 10 of 2023. I think the last one he had was in August 2023. 8350 again does not seem like a ton for that watch. Those things were trading in the 10 to 11 grand range for a long time. So we'll go another 10 minutes, get to 3 hours and 45 minutes. Where are we at on our upvote count? 33. Perfect. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Always nice to get into the 30s on a weekday show. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. In all seriousness, I thought it was kind of cool to have Jock on and Brian. Always nice to have a little bit of watch talk. There's a 41mm day chest I'd take over the Explorer. It's set up like the Wimbledon, but it's black and white with Roman numerals. Is that unnatural? Let's go take a peek. Oh yeah. The smooth bezel oyster bracelet. Classic. But you see, the dial on the day chest is bigger. Like it doesn't look all cramped. You know what it is? Because you don't have the triangle, the crown goes all the way to the top then. So it doesn't make that look. They just fine watch. I hate the Cyclops. Cyclops is not actually my thing. Actually, its black dial was bored with my Explorer 139. I also like the date. Yeah. I don't need the date, and I'm not a big Cyclops guy. The Wimbledon is a love or hate, I think, for most people. It was cool when I first saw it. I think I've gotten bored with it. My favorite configuration. Now this one has diamonds, so it's not. That doesn't make it my favorite, in that way. But I love the fluted bezel with the oyster bracelet. I know that makes me weird. I'm not crazy about the diamond indices, but I just always liked the fluted bezel look with the oyster bracelet. It's supposed to be the Jubilee. Everyone wants the Jubilee. I prefer the oyster. I like the look of the oyster bracelet. I am a fan. Can't help it. We also like the James Cameron. And although it has a date, which I don't understand why you would put a date on a deep sea. At least it doesn't have the Cyclops. But when I look at the James Cameron, I'm like, well, that's a cool looking dial. The blue, the gradient blue to black, the green text, for deep sea to match his submersible. I don't understand the date. And I compare this watch a lot of times with, hold on, because I think this watch is amazing looking. Has an amazing looking dial. Boom, the Ultra Deep. No date. Doesn't have a helium escape valve. I think that's a cool looking piece. I like it so much better without the date. Like literally, you got a 6,000 meter dive watch. Why do you need a date? I don't understand why my 600 meter dive watch has a date. Makes no sense. I do really like this watch though. I go back and forth on these two Omegas, which one I like better. The Aquaterra, it's comfortable, the bracelet, it's got a lot going on. But this watch with that orange bezel, it's thick. It's a little chunky. You feel this watch more on your wrist. There's something said for that. Basil says it does look clean without a date. Yeah, it does. It's a little different way of doing the blue to black gradient. They kind of fume it out to the edges. I love the 12369. The high polish on the markers is cool. There it is. Look at that watch. It's a beauty. It's just a beauty. One of the things that I discovered, I think I mentioned this to you guys the other day, but I did discover, oh, geez. Seriously? On, maybe this next, let's go down to, it might be easier to see. You see here on this, I hate these watch websites stink. But unlike this watch, so if you look at that watch, you have this polished side piece on the bracelet that really picks up it really gets some really good light play off of there, which you don't have on the standard Planet Ocean. Is just the satin finish all the way around. It doesn't have that polished piece on the side. It has a little bit better clasp too. But I do appreciate that. I like my daily work week wear to have a date. My weekend watch can honestly have whatever. Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, with your phones and stuff, I always know what the date is. I like symmetry in a dial, and I think a lot of times the date takes away from that. If it's going to have a date, I would prefer it at 6. So like this watch, if it was set up more like an S&P 300 and it had the date at 6, then you'd have 1239 instead of the 6. But honestly, it's a 600 meter dive watch. It does not need a date. So a 12369 would be even cooler. But it's ceramic orange bezel with the full lume. There's high polish indices and hands. You get a lot of light play on it. The fully polished lyre lug is cool. I like it. I'm a big fan. All right, guys, we're coming up on 4 minutes. If anybody hasn't upvoted, we are still at 33. Please do that on your way out. We'll go a couple more minutes here. It's been a pleasure doing the show. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Hope everybody enjoyed hearing from Mental Jock. I haven't talked to Mental Jock in a while. It's nice to have him on. And of course, Brian the Pipe. I think we looked at some cool watches today. Didn't do a terribly lot on the Zodiac, but we did some. Audio, you're welcome, sir. Thank you for tuning in. We did start the show, however, with a couple of meals. One being the pork chops, little comfort food. Hard to beat the comfort food. Like I said, I took Italian and panko breadcrumbs, Parmesan, some herbs, some spices, put it into the food processor, made a real fine breading. And flour, egg, into the breading. Into the breading. I put it in a bag, shook it up. Boom, boom, boom. Little mashed potatoes with some mushroom gravy and some Brussels sprouts and some applesauce. I did not make the applesauce. I will not tell a lie. And a chai tea latte to top it off. And some of Curly's favorite cherry tomatoes on the vine. Those are the strawberry fields. And yesterday for breakfast, we made the chilaquiles verde. Which was, I'm not even sure. Why is my mouse doing this again? All right, so there's the chilaquiles verde. I actually made a second egg, but for plating purposes and aesthetics, we only put one egg on the plate for the pictures. Delicious. The pork chops, amazing. Cook for yourself as much as you can. Get rid of the garbage and byproducts and fillers and stuff, junk that they put in all that stuff. Your food. Eat clean. Cook for yourself. But we're seconds away from ending the show. Anybody else got anything before we go? You've literally got 10 seconds before we're at the 3-hour, 45-minute mark. Hope everybody had a good time. Hope everyone's having a good day. Muhammad Ali, if you're still out there listening, glad we were able to help your day. And thank you to Thelonious Monk for his $5 super chat about the Milano Cortina. Thank you to John D. Going over the small and large cases. Yes, skip intro, $5 super chat, looking at the Olympic watch again. And Muhammad Ali is having a tough day, but we were able to cheer him up a little bit. How do you beat that? Guys. I think that's it then. I think we've come to the end. We will see you Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. I don't know what we're making for breakfast this Sunday, but we will have a breakfast pick for you. There'll be something. I'm just not sure what. I'm running out of ideas. There's a lot of shows. There's a lot of breakfasts. So, everyone, have a great day. Don't forget, say something nice to someone. Do something nice for someone. Be the light that you would like to see shining from others. It's a good way to live your life. BB, take care, everyone. All right, guys. We're going to lucha our way on out of this madness.